University.
Please have a huge round of applause for our Pro Vice Chancellor, sir. Dr. Ramchandra Pujari is a Pro Vice Chancellor of Technology Cluster at MIT Art, Design and Technology University. In his previous assignment, he was a Dean Faculty, MIT School of Computing. Prior to that, he has been the Dean of Student Affairs Office. Dr. Pujari is responsible for the guiding student on a national level as well as international level.
Now, I would like to hand over the stage to Dr. Pujari, sir.
I'm already in stage, na?
Hello, check.
Hello. Happy morning. I think you all tired for the yesterday program. Happy morning. Can I get your sound? Happy morning. I'm not getting what is wrong with guys. Can you give me the good sound? Happy morning. I will not give you the lecture for subject. I will just give you some glance where you can enjoy for whole year. That's what I'm here. Can you tell me loudly, happy morning, sir? Still I want the sound. Thank you so much. So it is my, what is that thumb rule to say, happy morning, happy noon and happy evening. Kindly ensure at least by saying I want you can be a happy. Okay? You all start greeting with everyone, including your professors, your friends, and any of your guests in future. Start with that. My dear friends, we had a wonderful day of yesterday, which was the inaugural and many sessions we conducted for the induction day. We all know that this is the 9th induction day of this particular great prestigious university, that is MIT Art Design Technology University, which you understood now by this time. The university has been started in 2016 with its functioning. And today, I'm not going in detail again to that because already you are knowing more about the university as I understood. This particular campus is well-known campus because of late Dr. Raj Kapoor, who is the great actor of this holy nation. And as I was saying yesterday in my speech, it was a Pavitra Bhumi. Almost all the renowned scientists, artists were visited this campus. Even meanwhile, during the tenure of, the Dr. Raj Kapoor, many of the legendary of the film actors have been visited very well. So this campus is always giving you people the positive energy on that. And many kind of activity takes place in this particular campus. I'm here to just tell you about what are the various university program we are going to be organized and which you are going to witness for the whole year. I will take you people in these programs some glance. We can just see, I have some slides also to show you people where we have the curricular activities program, co-curricular activities program, extracurricular activity programs. Other than that, very, very important, the great leaders of this country, starting from Mahatma Gandhi ji, and many more. We will also have the, what do you call, the celebration of their Jayantis as well here. We can say the Janmadin. Same time, we also have the university well-known programs where exactly we are going to have those. I will just tell you people. Anyway, we'll come to those. At the same time, with your curricular activities, very, very important, that is called the academic excellence. So how the exam schedule, when you have, what you have. Anyway, the school-wise, you are going to get the detail about that. But still, I'm going to tell you about few things on that. So my dear friends, as our chief guest of this particular induction program, Dr. Reddy sir was asking you, are you happy in this campus? Can I ask you people the same thing? Are you happy? I'm not getting this side sound. All of you are happy having said you have taken admission in MIT-ADT University? Yes or no? Thank you so much. Oh, wonderful. We have a wonderful and big responsibility to ensure the 4 year stay of yours by having all these three types of what I told, curricular, co-curricular, and extracurricular activities by saying by making you people happy on that. My dear students, you will be going to enjoy a lot of what you call the activities, and surely you are the part of those particular activities. Let me start on that fast because I joined late due to some unavoidable traffic very near to this university campus. Yes, somebody can help me out? Suresh Kapre? Can somebody goes to my slide? Yes, please. You all know CVK something. Can you help fast? Already time. Yes. So I just want to show you people, as I told you people about this. I'll just go about this. As you all know that I heads with the technology cluster as a pro vice chancellor. As I was talking about you people about the curricular activities, let me have here CVK. Can you go back earlier? Don't go fast. Yes. At this university campus, we have the national conference, which is usually scheduled in the month of March, where you can publish your paper, where you can have the student presentation. We'll have lot of important guests coming from all over the India for this particular conference. The theme of this particular conference will be all the schools involved in this, starting from engineering, bioengineering, marine engineering, design, we have the architect and so on. Many students will take part on this particular conference. This conference usually held in the third week of March. So we are going to schedule this one in the the 24 in that. Every time March, the particular national conference is going to be there. At the same time, every year we have the English, what you call the literature summit, where in this particular literature summit, where you are going to undergo into the Oxford University, Cambridge University certificate very soon on that, those who are, the first year here. So, everybody is here first year. So this summit is involved by the many of the international, the guests and the speaker. It will be taken care by Dr. Atul Patil ji. Next slide. So we also have the lot of, the activities under the Memorandum of Understanding for various industry, from not only from IT industry, from also from the mechanical and so on. So every time all the, schools will ensure some or other multinational company memorandum of understanding, they are going to have the MOUs where you will be also part of that. And the meaning of the use of these MOUs, you surely have, because our syllabus says, what you are studying, that is called project-based learning. In this, we are going to have the industry MOUs. These MOUs, ensure for you guys to ensure the internship, project guiding, visit, industrial visit, whatever you have in curricular, that is possible because of these MOUs here. And these industry people, I can tell you, when in terms of the curricular activity, they will surely part and parcel of our syllabus design, and also giving the guest lecture for your, what you call the various advanced, what you call the subjects. They will be involved in every activity on that. So here we also have the international summer school. Those who are affordable students, they can surely offer in that. And after those kind of summer school where they can go to the, what you call, some country where we decide some of the university where you can go and have the 4 week, the international summer school that we call it the immersional program, whatever we have. And that is possible for the student, those who are about able to do that. We are not having any compulsory for that. Those who are, it is possible because we have very, very important subjects in that they can, when you go to the abroad, when you go to the international level, you have the exposure towards the various kind of activity, culture, everything on that, for that reason. And also the subject which is going to be taught over there, maybe one of the subject where is advanced in your curricular activity. Same thing, we also have we have planned in case of what you call the engineering side, where we have the national level immersion program. Again, this will be we have some binded MOUs with IITs, like in IIT Jodhpur or IIT Hyderabad, where even other known schools are there, where you can go for 3 to 4 weeks of your what you call the internship. There you can understand what kind of technology, where it is advanced with your particular syllabus, and that particular 4 weeks course can be a credited course. That credit also can be used in your what you call total credit for your whole what you call the courses on that. Next slide, please. So here, as I told you people, the most important in our curriculum at this particular university is project-based learning. You will be having project-based learning. In this particular project, all the mentors will be there from faculty side. The mentors is also there from the industry side. They will be mentoring you people. They will be guiding you people about the various projects, starting from second year. And even from the first year, we always allow, because we have the design thinking subject. So you will be allowed to have an idea. So you can bring out your own idea. We'll have the exhibition of that. We'll have the Ideathon Expo. So you will be showcasing your idea for end of your second semester. So those ideas, maybe for example, about assuming that around 500 ideas are coming out of that. So out of that 500 idea, we will choose some of the idea and make those ideas to be continue as a project and complete the project. So you will have the best where these ideas will be again evaluated by the industry people here. So they will be telling you what kind of input, what kind of, what you call the changes you can do that. So from second year onwards, you are going to implement these particular idea with that. So, and in a third year, you are going to have the, once you implement, you can have the product also. Many students have completed that kind of project. So at the final year, we have the project internship as well. Either you continue the same project or you go to the industry and do your final year project also. So we have here to ensure to support. Suppose your idea is better. Our idea is exactly what they were exactly talking about. Professor Dubey yesterday, he has spoken about Atal Incubation and Kriya about that. So they will fund you people to ensure your product will be commercialized, your product will be implemented or developed on that. That is what we actually into the, and these competition every time, both, not only in engineering side, even in the design side, they will have the exposure. You can go and see what exactly that is happening in art. The fine art side, they will also have their own project competition. This will be continued, and we will have the various exhibition across the universities here. So you will be the part and parcel of those exhibition and the, what you call the competitions. Next one, please. And we have the, for this particular university, we have MIT Art Design Technology University Alumni Association. We call it as a MA. What is the name of the Alumni Association? It is MA. So those students who are passing out of from this particular, what you call the prestigious university, they will be by default the member of MA. And these alumni, we have already formed the school-wide chapters. We conduct the alumni, what do you call the program at this campus. We also form the various chapters at the various metropolitan cities in the country, like Mumbai chapter, Bangalore chapter, Delhi chapter, and so on. So there, your batchmates, I mean, those who are passed out, their batchmate will form and they will come together. We'll have the fun events and we'll get together. So various alumni have been involved into the curricular activities as well. They will come as a guest. Come as a guest speakers for any of the program. There will be an evaluator of that project-based learning. There will be a board of studies member and so on. So you have because we always value the alma mater. They are the jewels of this particular great university and that. So that's where we have a lot of alumni that if you want to know about the 4 decades of this great MIT Pune, that is MIT total alumni number, approximately I can say to you all guys, I mean the friends, 150,000 alumni across the globe. Wherever you go, I mean, it's my experience. Whichever country I landed, I was able to see the MIT alumni and they are really cherishing. You can take example of the great MNC like a Facebook, or you can say the, what do you call, another Google, or you can say the Cisco, any of these MNC, our alumni are working, and our alumni are also a notable class 1 officer across the country as well, like an IAS officer, IPS officer, and so on. And we also have for these people, for alumni, we have the lot of awards also. That will take place when the alumni meet will happen every year. Next, please. Most important, yesterday only again, the 9th version of this Smart India Hackathon has been announced. That is called Smart India Hackathon. How many of you know as there is a hackathon kind of activity? Can you raise your hand? How many of you know? I request all of you to take part on that. Yesterday only it has been announced. Go through the website sih.goe.in. Go and register. Make 4 people, what do you call the team. Respective school, you can go and meet them. You can form your committee. You can form your, what do you call you can take your faculty mentor or the industry mentor. They will allow and take a part on that. You know the various lot of awards are there, and I'm proud to tell you that our own alumni who passed out and working in a very great MNCs, they are the winners of this great, what do you call, the Smart India Hackathon. When second Smart India Hackathon took place, the award ceremony took place in Singapore. My own student, one of the batch, they got the first prize from Narendra Modi ji, the first term of Prime Minister. Narendra Modi ji has given the award in Singapore, that is in Nanyang University, Singapore, in 17. So there are many students after that. Our bioengineering student last year, 5 batches went. So like every computer student and design students, many students have at least more than 100. Our team will go for the Smart India Hackathon. This is very, very important activity. Other than Smart India Hackathon, we also conduct various hackathon program, not only by what you call the companies, also organized by our own MIT-ADT University. You can part and parcel of those particular activity as well. Next one. As I was talking about extracurricular activity, go to the next slide. So here, very, very important day. That is International Youth Day. Every time we have, you know, all of you hopefully know about the Swami Vivekananda life history. How many of you know? How many of you know? I hope everybody knows, but not raising the hand. Right? So be attentive to me. Huh? So we will conduct every 12th January, there will be an International Youth Day at this great institution. I mean the university. We have the Swami Vivekananda chair, which is there in this particular university. Under that particular chair, lot of events are going to be organized. And again, you are invited to take a part of that particular event on that. Next. As I told, we will celebrate notable great freedom fighters, great leaders, and lot of other, what do you call, the notable leaders in this country, both male and female size. You can look into this. Savitribai Phule Jayanti, which is on 3rd January, we celebrate in this great university. Every year, we will have that particular day and we will celebrate in this university. Again, you can take part of this particular program as well. Next one. Here, as I told you people, you know the Swachh Bharat Abhiyan has been started long back, right or not? You all know that, Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. So we will ensure this also will be taken care. Our students will ensure this event as a grand success of last year. Most of the event, whichever we have planned, our students will take care of that and take part of that and ensure that will be done in a very, what do you call, the great manner. Next one, please. Prabhu Sri Ram Abhisheks. Here, you know that in this country we have now this particular January onwards, that is on 22nd January, Ayodhya Made. All of you know that, right? Yes or no? Prabhu Sri Ramachandra ka, what happened? The statue has been installed, and this particular program will continue to have the, what do you call, the program at this great university. We have, I hope you all might have visited already. There is a, parallel to this, there is a temple here. When you come inside, there is a Vishwa Shanti Mandir. How many of you went to that mandir? Can you raise your hand? You can visit, all of you visit that particular temple. Every day you can see there. It is a very, very important temple. In that, we will celebrate this particular program near to that temple. Is next one. Very, very important these days. National festivals. They are the Independence Day and the Republic Day. We will celebrate very strongly with a high patriotism. We call this particular Independence Day, which is coming on 15th of August. The chief guest for this particular program, Major General Vijay Kumar, who happens to be the chief architect for that Uri. You might have seen that Balakot and you might have heard about that. There is a picture also about that. So he is going to be the chief guest. Like that, every particular, what do you call, the important national festival, I can say Independence Day, or you can say the Republic Day, we will call those people for coming for here for the flag hosting program. So you will be again part and parcel of this particular program. This is a national events on the both days. Next, please. Very interesting, you might have seen the statue of Shivaji Maharaj while you are coming after the gate. How many have you seen? Ever seen or not? So we have a great program which is Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj Jayanti program, which is usually scheduled on 19th February of every year. Again, you will have a lot of funs on that, lot of games, a lot of things, and we also have the speech with respect to the particular program. This is scheduled on 19th January. Next one. Sorry, 19th February. I'm sorry. And then we have the Women's Day celebration. As Dr. Reddy sir was saying, when he was studying, there were only 6 girls, and when he went recently to the same college for the convocation as a chief guest, he was saying 54% there were girls, right? You all heard about that yesterday's speech. So same thing I'm able to see here as well. We have the Women's Day celebration every year in a very meticulous way, and very strongly we celebrate here, which is on 8th March. I also, in that, lot of, what do you call, the events will take place. You will see those programs when we'll have the, because 8th March is our International Women's Day program. I hope you all know about that, okay? Then we have the most important person, Jayanti again, who is the architect of this great Samvidhan. How many of you know? Constitution of India, who has written? I'm not able to get any sound. Dr. Sujit Dharmapatri, if he is available. Yes. They are not saying anything. Oh, Dr. Sujit Dharmapatri sir is saying Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar is the architect and the, what do you call, he has written the Constitution of India. We will celebrate his birth anniversary on 15th of April every year. I mean, School of Holistic Development, already Professor Atul Patil might have spoken to you people. They will arrange a lot of programs on that particular event. Next one, please. We have the Kari event, which is every year they will organize at the School of SOPA. That is called School of Fine Arts. So they will, that the name of this program is Kari. This is very, very important program for them. And this is actually a creative festival. And you can take part of this particular program as well. Professor CVK, why this screen is dancing like you? Next one. Then we have very, very important one. That is International Yoga Day. When it has been installed, all of you know, when Pradhan Dr. Narendra Modi ji took as a Prime Minister of this country, that day onwards, that particular June onwards, 21st June happens to be International Yoga Day. And in this particular campus, we have the World Peace Prayer Hall. Sant Dnyaneshwar and Sant Tukaram, World Peace Prayer Hall. That is, we might have seen the big dome. In front of this big dome, all our faculty and students will celebrate this International Yoga Day on that particular day. At the same time, all of you are going to take part on that. It's not that only on the International Yoga Day we do the yoga. We will ensure our student will take in every part. That is the reason we have the health education for you guys. And that's what actually School of Holistic Development, Professor Atul Patil might have already given you people detail. And you have the credit course on that. So you have to ensure, you have to, as I told, you need to keep your life as a balanced life. Next one. So here, there is a MIT-ADT University Creator Summit. It is very, very important. We call a great people, those, I mean the alumni who have achieved something, who are the entrepreneurs. Most of our students from design, from engineering, they are the entrepreneur. Our chief guest was saying, you do not go and search the job. You must be job creator, and that is what exactly this program talk about. And we will do that in every year. Next one. We have here another interesting, we call it as a green campus this. We have, you will not find anywhere other than what you call the LED bulbs. Entire campus we have the only LED bulb. For this particular program, do not ask me, sir, these are all the not, what you call the LED bulb, that is only for this pendal purpose. And we have the solar in every rooftop of our, what you call the whole buildings, as I told, 25 lakh square feet, what we have here. So we have signed with one of the important organizations for ensuring this smart campus cloud network. And we are doing that, and they will do the lots of what you call the green audit, this various environmental audit, and they will ensure certificate for all of for our particular campus on that. And in the, under this one, our students will ensure the tree plantation. We have done almost, I think, around 2.5 lakh tree plantation in the road of what you call where the Palki goes to Pandharpur. You might have seen that. So we have done that last year in the, from this particular university. So that's what exactly this is. And next one, every year we have the induction program like this for your junior till today. Already 8 induction programs already over. This event takes place, what you call in the August, because we have to schedule your academic schedule as per that. So you are the 9th batch of this particular program, and you are now attending this particular program. And these are all the various some pictures of the last induction program. Next one, please. And then, you know, we at Maharashtra very well celebrate the festival of Lord Vignayak, I mean the Ganesh. That particular time we also have here for the student. We celebrate in this university campus, a wonderful, what do you call, the Ganesh Chaturthi festival in this campus in coming September. You will all be again part of that. Next one. This is also very important. Last year onwards, we started doing this. So our uh, our executive president would like to make you people to be happy 4 to 5 days, right, Professor Boyer? 4 to 5 days we do the Navratri festivals, what do you call these Garba, dance and other things. Next one. Then we also have the Kirti program, Khelo India, because this year onwards we got the Khelo India MOU with our university sports authorities. And we have various boxing, rowing, and many other important sports activity takes place. You might have seen across this the big sports ground, or you can visit later also. All those who are the athletic, those who are the sports students, you are always welcome. Most of our students have even at an international level, they are cherishing in the sports. You are also you can also be part of that. Next one. And every year in the December last 2 days, 30 and 31st, we'll have the Sanskritic program to ensure and to welcome the new year. We'll have the Sangeet Karakram by the musical program by the renowned singers. They will come here 2 days continuously. This program will take place. You might have seen that Mulamata River. There will be a, what you call one small, what you call the program pandal is there. We usually have the program there on 31st and 30 and 31st of December, and we welcome New Year and celebrate the New Year, and that is actually this particular program will take place. All the students and faculty is a part of this particular program. Next one, please. Yes, you can see that we have NSS in this campus. You can be the part of this NSS. And you can also go wherever they arrange, lot of events they arrange, lot of activity they do, not only in Pune city, but also they go outside. They go like a Siagarh port, many places they go. They do not only what you call the Swachh Bharat Abhiyan kind of activity, they do also many other activity on that, under that particular NSS activities. Next one, please. The state level sports event. We have very interesting two events in this great, what do you call the prestigious university. One is the Vishwanath Sports Meet. It is a national level sports meet. Peace through sports. That's how we organize this one every year in the month of January. And almost, I can say that last year 150 university plus higher education school students have taken part, and they were the part and parcel of that particular sports event. It takes place where various great what do you call the guests will come for this program. You will be again enjoying this particular program, and the chief guest or the guest of honor, we invite those who are already like a Olympian, those who are like, the big in the sports activity, they have already cherished at the international level, they will be invited, and you will be enjoying that particular program about in 1 week totally. Next one, please. So we have all these facilities, you can visit over there. Next one, we have the, this is what actually the calendar for this year. And you are going to be circulated because you have the School of Holistic Development. Under that, these sports activities are there. And you will be part and parcel of those particular event and those particular sports activity as well. Next one. The very important program, we call it as a flagship event of this great university. That is Persona Fest. This is, we can say, the Techno Culture Festival. It's not that only cultural festival, but also the technical here. You might have seen here, many of the students from across the, what you call, Maharashtra state, they'll take a part of this. We will have the project exhibition, we'll have the paper presentation, we'll have many activities, not that only art. And we also have the cultural activity. In the cultural, we have the many activities like a dance, the solo singer and drum. Many things are there, and it will continue for more than 2 to 3 days in this great campus. That particular time, a very big, the same type of pandal, the same kind of activity will take place. This will be there, Either you, I mean, one more important thing I can tell you that in these program, both program, a very high amount of what you call the prizes will be award given to the students. And many students were very happy, and this Persona Fest has become one of the most interesting program across the Maharashtra state itself now. So next one, please. So these are all the various, I hope you are able to read or find. Various events, various activities under this Persona Fest. Next one, please. So you can just see some glance on this. Almost 10,000 plus. Last year, 12,000 plus. Not I'm talking about you guys inside the campus. We have the 14,000 plus students outside. We have the participant where they are from various universities and higher education institutions. They are more than 10,000 plus. Next one. You all know the Lamborghini. How many of you know Lamborghini car? Anybody? Professor Dalal, do you know about that? Okay, very good. So, anybody says what is the starting price of Lamborghini? Anybody? If I'm right, Professor Boyer can say. Professor Boyer, can you tell me the starting price of Lamborghini? Lamborghini car का starting price क्या है? Minimum 3 to 5 crore he is saying. So, that owner has come to this campus when we inaugurated School of Engineering in 2017, if I'm right, Professor Sanap. In 2017, he came with his daughter, and our School of Engineering College has been inaugurated under the august hands of Lamborghini. Okay, you are able to see here in the picture, Lamborghini is there. Next. We have the very important events. As I told, they are the leaders. Great social reformer and educator Savitribai Phule, Swami Vivekananda ji, Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. We have Baba Sahib Ambedkar ji, Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan, which is on Teachers Day. Then, as I told, National Constitution Day. We have Jawaharlal Nehru ji, which we celebrate 14th November as the Children's Day. Most important, my guru, that is Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam sir's birthday. And other school event. We, as I told you people, we have almost 16 to 18 school in this campus. Respective school have their own programs. You will be part of those programs. They might be organizing a fest of their own school. They will be organizing national conference or international conference. They will be organizing project expo. They will be organizing their own culture. So you will be the part of those. Whatever I listed early to that, those are all at the university level, where even that particular school will host to the university level, those you are part of that. And these are all the various programs where other school will also organize, and you will be the part of those. And this is what exactly you have seen. And you might have seen in the website and also the brochure, or we visit those. They are the important school under this particular campus, my dear students. You all should know the name of those schools, abbreviation of those schools, and also the logo of those schools, which has been given here. You can see later on those. And I'll just conclude with the academic calendar of your university. And your school also might have some difference, some maybe 1 or 2 weeks difference in that particular, what you call the schedule you might be having on that. Every school may not have the schedule, but more or less it will be same. But your school schedule will be having some difference, maybe a week on that. I'm just showing an example here. Academic calendar of School of Computing, where the large number of students, almost 5,000 to 6,000 students are sitting in this particular school, where the start of this particular school semester is already started on 5th of August, and your end semester will be 2012-2024. I'm talking about semester number 1, academic activity. Here, in this particular school, various schools may follow the term assessment, they may follow the midterm exam as well. So midterm exam is like your final exam, which is going to happen only one time in entire semester, and the final exam. If it is a term assessment, there will be a term 1, term 2 assessment will be there. That is called internal assessment, and then you will be having the final exam. So all these dates will be already defined, and finally the end semester will, most of the, the schools have the end semester assessment, sometime jury. For example, you take Institute of Design students, those who are here, they will have the mode of jury. And then we will have the end semester exam in it like this. We have the start of the next semester. I mean, the even semester of your first year will be on 6th January 2025. You all must have this particular calendar. They will be given to you people. This calendar will be given to you people. There will be a code of conduct book is available. You all must ensure, you must maintain the dignity and decorum of this great university by ensuring or by maintaining the discipline in this particular campus. Not only the dress code, by virtue of each and every kind of activity, my humble request to all you kids, please ensure, as I told, discipline, discipline, discipline. Please maintain that. I think I have done, hopefully. Next slide. Anything, Suresh? So, tips for you people, be supportive, be proud because you are MIT, you are MITian now. Ensure, do not calculate the attendance and go to the class, or don't bunk the class. Please see that you maintain the attendance properly. You should not see, I must maintain. Don't ask your teacher, sir, what could be the percentage of attendance to attend the exam? Do not ask that. Ensure 101% you are there in the class. You must be attentive to the class. Communicate each other very well. Ensure your medium of instruction is not other regional language. It is medium of instruction is yours, that is English. For that, we have the School of Corporate Innovation and Leadership. There is a school. Also, the English faculty members are there. Also, the School of Holistic Development. They will all ensure effective communication wherever it is necessary. Please ensure. Forget about the grammatical mistake, but ensure you will communicate properly in English. Set an example. You must be an example to others. You must be a good, what you call, alumnus tomorrow, and see that others will follow you on that. Please go into that particular path. And always, when the teacher comes to you, please ask the question. And also, it is not that just like that only for the teacher, but also among you people who have the various query on that. Okay, next slide. So let's embark on this journey together, united, in the pursuit of knowledge and the excellence. This is very important. As I told yesterday, belief which begins a journey will also define the journey. Understanding, yes, I become the wonderful engineer, a great engineer. You fill the form, you took admission, you are the proud kids of your own parents. Please ensure, execute that very well. Last, important, one small tip to you. Please ensure, follow the proper traffic rules. There is a saying, driving in America is right, the left side. Driving in UK is right side. And driving in India is suicide. Why they say? We will never follow the rule. Having said, Honorable Gadkari Sahib has given wonderful transport roads. He has built very well. But we never follow. I was coming just now, there was a big traffic. People were thinking how to get past. There were a lot of police, but no bother. So to ensure, wear the helmet, have a wonderful life, healthy life. Thank you so much. Wish you all the best. Big sound. I want big sound. Very big sound. Thank you so much.
Hello, hello.
Let's have a huge round of applause for respected Shri Ramchandra Pujari, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for that incredible presentation. Your knowledge and experience have been truly inspiring.
Thank you so much, sir. Student engagement is the cornerstone of building a connected and inclusive campus. Today's session will explore how we can transform student engagement into empowerment. fostering a dynamic campus environment where every student thrives.
Please join me in welcoming Dr. Suraj Boas to deliver today's session on student engagement to empowerment, building a connected and inclusive campus. I would request the media team to play our AV answer.
Professor Dr. Suraj Bhoyar is the Director of Student Affairs at MIT Art Design and Technology University, Pune, spearheading student success initiatives. With a robust background in business leadership, he previously led Western India operations for Butterfly Innovations Private Limited, an edtech startup, and served as project director and chief digital evangelist at MIT-ADT University. An IIM Kozhikode alumnus specializing in digital transformation strategy, Dr. Boyar advocates for technology integration in higher education. As a government authorized patent agent, he is passionate about patent laws and educational administration, aiming to foster skills development and employability. A certified Six Sigma Black Belt, he mentors organizations in strategy deployment and project management. With over 15 years of experience, Dr. Boyar has led numerous initiatives in innovation, entrepreneurship, and intellectual property rights, delivering talks and workshops at prestigious institutions like IITs, NITs, IIMs, and national law universities. He has also conducted seminars and webinars for the Department of Science and Technology, Government of India. Dr. Boyar is actively involved with leading incubation centers, offering guidance to entrepreneurs and protecting intellectual property rights. He collaborates with the Ministry of Education's Innovation Council, Atal Innovation Mission, Niti Aayog, and other key institutions. Committed to aligning higher education with NEP 2020, he envisions an enterprising and innovative India. An avid trekker and mountaineer, Dr. Boyar holds a gold medal from the Nehru Institute of Mountaineering and was named Best Cadet of NCC 3 Signal Company in 2009. His leadership and networking skills drive his team of enhancing industry institute interactions within the Ministry of Higher and Technical Education. We are honored to have such an eminent personality among us today.
Thank you. Thank you. Very good morning to one and all. And once again, being chief mentor on the campus, let me welcome you, all of you, to the 9th induction program, that is Deeksharambh 2024. My dear friends, today India is poised to become world leader, Vishwa Guru. And our Honorable Prime Minister has rightly said, sleeping elephant has just started running. Today we are already 5th largest economy, and today India is the youngest best demographically speaking. Our average age is 26 years. So if we talk about today's youth, because I always say, Sare Jahan Se Acha is the best opportunity in Hindustan Hamara. And if we talk about today's scenario, mind my words, my dear friends, the person who risks nothing, does nothing, has nothing, is nothing. So if you don't risk, no one is going to entertain you. So my dear friend, take risk in your life. If you win, you can guide. If you lose, you can still lead them throughout their journey. दोस्तों, मैं आप सभी को यही कहना चाहूँगा, इस दीक्षारंभ समारंभ में already I must thank Dr. Pujari sir because they have made my task so much easier. And today I am going to drive you through student engagement to student empowerment. How you can make most of your life in today's world. Let me start today's session by paying homage to Honorable Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam sir. He has rightly mentioned, dream, 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 and your dreams will transform into thoughts, and your thoughts will lead to honest work, and your work results into action, and you will succeed. My dear friends, all of us are dreamers, right? We have big ideas and we want to make an impact on the world. And we know that we are capable of achieving greatness. So how to achieve your dreams? My dear friends, do whatever it takes. Set your sights on the goals which will take you more closer towards your dream. Play to your strengths. Stay true to your intentions. And no one can stop you. Desire, belief and expectation. These are three words. That's how you are getting to this. And many congratulations to all of you since you have chosen MIT Art, Design and Technology University. And now you are the proud family member of MIT-ADT University. If you ask me about the experience over here, definitely I am going to drive you through, and next 3 years, 4 years, 5 years down the line, all of us will get chance to work together, right? We are going to get interaction, opportunities. My dear friends, who wants to be successful here? Yes, raise your hand. Who wants to be successful? Great. Everybody wants a good life, but not everybody gets a good life. Okay, so let's imagine for a second how much more successful you would be today if you just started a company, 50-50 partnership with Elon Musk. And he was showing every tricks to you how he built Tesla and SpaceX into the greatest company of the era. Sounds nice, right? Okay, imagine today, for a second, how much more money you would have in your bank account if Warren Buffett were teaching you how to invest in stocks. The tricks he used to build Hathaway into $900 billion company. My dear friend, imagine today, for a second, how much more happy you would be if Honorable Dalai Lama ji is your personal guide and he is showing you how to find perfect life in the middle of things which most people overlooked. Imagine today how much more healthy you would be if you just wake up and went down to your gym and Arnold Schwarzenegger is waiting for you as a personal trainer, showing his fittest body he built. My dear friend, fire to succeed comes from the things which you didn't get, which you didn't have, which you didn't learn. And it would be much possible if you start planning this professional journey right from day one. Okay, before moving onward, let me seek blessings of Maharashtraचे आराध्य दैवत, प्रौढ प्रताप पुरंदर, क्षत्रिय कुलावतंस, सिंहासनाधीश्वर, महाराजाधिराज, श्रीमंत श्री छत्रपति महाराज. My dear friends, Jai Bhavani, Jai Bhavani. That's the spirit, and you shall carry this spirit towards your journey. If you ask me for student engagement to empowerment, how this journey could be more easier. So let's talk about experience. My dear friends, you are at the right place. If you talk about experience, I'll tell you. Education is all about engagement. Education is all about encouragement. Education is all about enlightenment. Education is all about endowment. But most importantly, education is about experience. And this experience, me and my team at MIT-ADT University are ready to provide you that experience, which will make your professional life more easier. And definitely, as our Honorable Founder President Sir has envisioned, to create social transformers, change makers, leaders, we can surely achieve the same. So what it makes so special? And do not just take my words. In the recent time, in very short span of time, since we will be celebrating on 11th of August, our 9th Foundation Day, MIT-ADT University has received numerous recognitions and accolades. These are on your screen. There is no need for me to read. But just to let you know, within that short month, we are the first state private university in Maharashtra to receive Atal Incubation Center at our university, so that being a new generation university for innovation and entrepreneurship, we can generate maximum employment for the budding generations and technocrat. Next. So just to talk about events, already Dr. Pujari sir has given, but mind, my dear friends, at MIT-ADT University, we exactly know how to celebrate each and every milestone. We exactly know how to celebrate and how we can make impact on today's young India. And that's how we celebrate our events like this. These are the glimpses of Shiv Jayanti celebrations. So these are just quick glimpses. How do we celebrate? Because for us, impact matter. We celebrate each and every festival, not only from Maharashtra, but across India. Because we do practice unity in diversity. And let me tell you, we also map our resources for sustainable development goals. So a lot of activities you will come across, just like cultural to techno festivals as well. Right? And we have great teams. Yes. Now, Dr. Pujari sir has said context about events, calendars and everything. But how to make sense out of the events? Because it is not only about to participate in event. It's all about the social impact. It's all about your participation. It's all about your dedication, your devotion. So how you can contribute. But while contributing, it becomes very, very exciting that while contributing, you can also bring social impact. Like blood donation drives. I request everyone to participate in blood donation drives, because definitely your blood, your pint of blood can save someone's life. Please do participate in tree plantation drive, because just to let you know, our quest is towards carbon neutrality, and already 89% electricity what we consume at university is being generated by solar panels. Plogathon, it is very much important as far as your health, fitness is concerned, and definitely you can clean your surrounding as you go. Next, I am expecting for you to participate in Run for a Cause initiative, where we do run marathon for a particular cause, and lot of endowment is being provided to the various organizations. We also conduct village adoption drive with the help of MIT School of Food Technology, and through that village adoption, we disseminate knowledge, information, experience and everything. We also take a lot of efforts for anti-drug awareness campaign, because you have to also say no to drugs and say yes to life. And that's how we do promote, by doing a lot of trekking, mountaineering and other hiking activities where you will be more fit. Yes, road safety and helmet awareness matters a lot. So we do conduct helmet awareness camps, even Red Dot campaign for social development and to break the silence and taboo, right? And also recycle, reuse drive, where we reduce, reuse and recycle, where we collect e-waste as well as other waste, and how we can make it more sustainable and greener planet. My dear friends, एक बात खूब कही है, and मैं आज वो दोहराना भी चाहता हूँ. कमजोर लोग दुनिया के डर से अपने फैसले बदलते हैं. कमजोर लोग दुनिया के डर से अपने फैसले बदलते हैं, और कामयाब लोग अपने फैसले से दुनिया। और आप सब प्राउड MIT ADTU हो और आप सभी को कामयाब करने की जिम्मेदारी मैं और मेरे टीम की जिम्मेदारी है। ये हमारा उत्तरदायित्व है। ये आपके आने वाला जो प्रोफेशनल लाइफ होगा, how we can take to the next level. For that we have institutionalized robust support system. You can see Office of Student Affairs for all your queries, grievances, everything. Office for International Affairs, as Dr. Pujari sir has said about you, that how you can take twin degrees, and we also have sessions today for that. Controller of examination, we do follow. If you can refer yesterday's session regarding NEP 2020 and our significant efforts towards making it exams more transparent with that integrity. Office of Registrar, then Directorate of Sports, we have dedicated NIS qualified coaches to take care of your sports requirements because we do promote it heavily. We also have dedicated dietitian on the campus which can guide, because today's generation, Gen Z, is more interested to have personalized health care. So we do offer that. Then Central Corporate Relation and Placement Cell, we have a wonderful team at our campus which will give you all sort of potential platform to showcase your mettle. Next. Then we also have Knowledge Resource Center and Central Libraries which will be having more than 6 lakh plus volumes and which we can access. We also have wonderful and now our strong community with the MIT-ADT Alumni Association. We also do provide home away from home experience so that you will feel all convenience at your hostels which you can access, and all the ICT facilities like Wi-Fi, everything has been provided for your recreational purposes as well. We do have strong innovation ecosystem with the help of Institution Innovation Council, Center for Research, Innovation and Entrepreneurship for Young Aspirants, and Atal Incubation Center. That's how we follow this chain, and you can also become a next generation Elon Musk or even next generation entrepreneur. We also have established Center for Well-being, Integral Well-being, and we also have Directorate of Security and Vigilance to take care, to make your experience hassle-free. Now I would like to give 3 quick takeaways for you, because since you are in first year, you have just started your professional journey. But my dear friends, start building your profile from day 01 and do follow ABC approach. Now what is ABC? I am going to let you know. A is all about activity. Think about the activities you can get engaged in the campus. It may be clubs, project, internships, events, right? Make it a habit, make it most of it. Make it a habit that how you can recall whatever you have done and how you can participate and contribute. Next, B is benefit. Reflect what you have gained from getting participated or engaged in that activity. How have you developed new connections? Have you developed new skills? Have you regained new insights, right? And based on that, you can definitely, because this articulation will help you when you will be applying for jobs. Next. Third important C, that is career. So finally connect all your doubts, all your experience to your future career aspirations, because how does whatever you have learned, does it really relate to your career or not? Because that doesn't matter when you will be in third year, final year, and you start preparing your resume. It will not help you. You have to start from day 0. And we have wonderful ecosystem in terms of MIT School of Holistic Development, MIT School of Corporate Innovation and Leadership, supported by the Central Training and Placement Department. Next. So, as I mentioned, our founders and Honorable Beloved Executive President, Professor Dr. Mangesh Karat sir's vision, how we have transformed our vision into a vibrant reality. The figure on your screen speaks volume about it. Right from 2016 to 2023, we have grown almost 20,800 plus strong student community, which you are already part of it. So please be proud about it, because here at the campus, you will get chance to listen, to learn, to live and lead, where you will get chance to discover how it is going to make meaningful impact to your life. Because with every step you take, it will add legacy of innovation and excellence of MIT-ADT University. Yes, now coming back to clubs, let me quickly tell you, because most of us love to do something and you have much dreams, ambitions in your mind. So if I ask you, what do you enjoy? So based on your, I have done mind mapping of our clubs, and tomorrow onwards we have Club Catalyst event in Honorable Bharat Ratna Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Mandapam, where you are going to understand about the club's pathora. Next. So if you are interested in sports, you can go to Sri Samartha Ramdas Swami Sports Complex. You can join our own Dr. Vishwanath Kawar Sports Academy. By the way, from last year, we have produced more than 30 national players across various disciplines. And recently, two of our gems, Pranjali and Mr. Aditya, they have going to represent India at international level. So they are our real jewels, and that's the output of our training. We also have MIT Rowing Club. We also have cycling club called Velocity. If you are interested to learn and explore more about music and dance, so we also have a platform available for you. Muse is a musical club. Every weekend they come on the campus, they jam, and you can also participate. We also have Leap Hop Grace as a dance group, Hip Hop Kanya, where they will grow you on their moves, and you can also become part of them. And we also have Gruvans as a dance club. Then if you are really adventure freak like me, because being mountaineer and trekker, you can also join MIT-ADTU Adventure Club as well as Gearhead Bikers Community. If you are passionate about bikes, we are planning now Kanyakumari as well as Ladakh, so you can definitely be part of it. Next, if you love creative and performing arts, in that case, you can join our painting club, photography club, Shivraya Dhol Tasha Patak. As you have seen the visuals of now Ganesh festival, the biggest festival of Pune is about to begin, and already our Dhol Tasha Patak like Gajakarna and Shivraya Dhol, they have started practicing, and you are going to hear the thumping sound of the drums. We also have drama club. Now if someone would like to become an entrepreneur, or those who are interested to work in terms of innovation entrepreneurship, we have IIC, we have the Foodpreneurs Club, which is it. So if you are interested in food tech, you can join Immersion Club, UART, and as I mentioned earlier, we have KRIA, AIC MIT-ADT Incubator Forum. If you are interested in humanities, we also have Samarpan Club, where you are going to donate your clothes, you are going to visit orphanage when we are going to give away. Then Cinemaniacs Movie Club, Psychology Club, and Human Library. Human Library, where we have formed the chain. Students are coming and sharing their experience with other students about a book. Next, we also have professional bodies like SAE Collegiate Club, IEEE Student Branch, Speedtail Racing, where our Formula Racing car compete at national and international level. We have Team Volta, and we also have IST chapter as well as MIT Electric Vehicle Club. Next, don't worry, you will get this deck from me immediately. Again, if someone is interested to explore more about emerging tech, we also cater to that Cognizance Club, where those who would like to develop games, MIT Cyber Security and Blockchain Club, Synapse AI, Cloud Computing, AWS, and so on. And if you ask me association, we have Aztec, MESA, CESA, Mechanical Engineering Student Association, Civil Engineering Student Association, Ignite Innovative Global Network of IT Engineers, ACES, and ICAS as well. And if you ask me about coding, we have excellent ecosystem through CodeShare, ID8, Gigs for Gigs, Arcade, as well as Java Brewers. So this is all about clubs. And if you ask me about Club Catalyst, it will be really exciting for all of you to witness tomorrow, where all these 50 plus different clubs from university pitching their ideas, pitching their deliverables to you, and how you can become their proud member, you will get, because I'm not going to end this suspense now, but there are a lot of fun games, fun activities, a lot of prizes as well. So this is how we celebrate. And my dear friends, believe me, already our management is generous enough, and for last 10 years, we have almost invested 500 crores, and still we will be investing more heavily to provide you state-of-the-art infrastructure and first-class learning experience. Next, we do have ICT Dell labs, dedicated labs, so that it will also serve your high performance computing requirements. Next. So what can you do at university that you might not expect? Because you are coming with some notion and expectation that I will do this, this, this. But I am more interested to let you know what you shall not do at the campus. So what you can expect next. So those who are from not Pune, go beyond, travel abroad, because discover the historical and cultural witness of Pune. Then you can also witness the Grand Ganesh Festival. It is one of the eye-opening and great festival. You are also fortunate that all the forts, temples, lush green hills are just nearby. You can explore them. Else you can also be the change. You can start contributing in society through our clubs. You can engage in community services. You can also part of adoption drives as well as visit to orphanage, and how your leadership skills will get thrive through this. Else you can also embrace the treks and trails in the Western Ghats, because we are fortunate that we are near the Western Ghats. If you don't, again you can experience the thrill. Join National Cadet Corps. You can see our beautiful, disciplined, handsome cadets. They are for your disposal, but the joining of NCC, because being NCC cadet, once a cadet, always cadet. Mark my word. So you can also explore the National Cadet Corps. You can explore their adrenaline rush, trainings, camps as well. And if you are really interested to ignite your entrepreneurial spark among yourself, definitely you have full access to AIC, Atal Incubation Center. We have Fab Lab, Design Lab, Tinkering Lab, where you can go, make and break things. Because getting started in university is much easier, because you can fail early, fail cheap. Okay, next. So I hope you have heard everything. But if you really want to get updated with the buzz or campus happening, you can scan this QR code, or you can join our dedicated Telegram channel where you will get everything posted. So grab your phone, open Telegram and just scan this, or even you can search MIT-ADT Student Success, right? And you will be in. This QR code will be also displayed, so do not worry, you will get this deck. Next. So my dear friends, are you really ready to bring transformation in your own professional life? If yes, we also have dedicated website called studentleadership.mituniversity.edu.in, where you will find the details of all 50 clubs, their president, vice president, because we do follow certain structure. There will be president, 2 vice president, 1 secretary, treasurer, PR head, social media head, and 3 executive member. That's how we operate organogram for the clubs across the university. Next. So if you are really ignited to be part of this, so please, because I hope being your expectation, you are already driven to discover more about your life. So let me conclude this talk, but before that, एक छोटा सा मैसेज आप सभी को देना चाहता हूं, because empathy matters a lot in today's world. Because of technology, advent and other, हम इतना ज़्यादा खो चुके हैं इस सोशल मीडिया और ये सब में कि हमें हमारे बगल में कौन है ये भी पता नहीं चलता है, या किसी और के लाइफ में क्या चल रहा है, राइट? सो एक छोटा सा मैसेज देके आई एम गोइंग टू कंक्लूड.
किसी की मुस्कुराहटों पे हो निसार, किसी का दर्द मिल सके तो ले उधार, किसी के वास्ते हो तेरे दिल में प्यार, जीना इसी का नाम है.
Yeah, you can also sing.
किसी की मुस्कुराहटों पे हो निसार, किसी का दर्द मिल सके तो ले उधार, किसी के वास्ते हो तेरे दिल में प्यार, जीना इसी का नाम है.
Thank you so much for your time, my dear friends. So unlock your potential and inspire your future. I will just take 30 seconds. If I request all of you to raise in your seat, let's have a quick oath as the youth of nation, as Honorable Bharat Ratna Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam sir has rightly said. So I request everyone to raise in your seat, just recite whatever I recite, right? आपके हाथ आगे कीजिए. And please repeat after me whatever I say. As the youth of nation, I have courage to give. I have courage to think different. I have courage to discover the impossible. I have courage to reach the unreached. I have courage to remove the pains. I have courage to combat the problems. Most importantly, I have courage to succeed. As the youth of nation, I will strive for building a great nation. Thank you so much. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir, for such an enlightening and thought-provoking session. Your insight on fostering an inclusive and empowered campus have truly resonated with us. We appreciate the time and effort you have taken to share your expertise with us. Thank you so much, sir.
Hello. I request the media team to play one of the videos till we set the stage for the next session. I request all the students to be seated and I request the media team to play the promotional videos till we set the stage for the next session. Hello, check. Hello, check. Hello, hello, check. Hello, hello, check. Hello, hello, check.
Welcome to the 6th Persona Fest 2024, the most immersive techno-cultural festival at MIT-ADT University.
We officially provide a platform, a very strong platform for all our students and from all the students across the city to come and share and perform and be part of that excitement which this Persona Fest brings.
ऑलवेज MIT-ADT कॅम्पसवरती जगातलं सगळ्यात उत्तम टॅलेंट आणि स्किल बघायला मिळणार आहे इन टर्म्स ऑफ आर्ट डिझाईन टेक्नॉलॉजी कल्चर एक्सप्रेसिंग युअर सेल्फ इन ऑल काइंड ऑफ आर्ट फॉर्म्स
So right from the beginning, MIT-ADT University is really trying to evolve the mechanism by which each and every student of this university will become the winning persona.
आर्ट्स करत असताना तुम्हाला टेक्निकल गोष्ट शिकायला हवी आणि टेक्निकल गोष्ट करत असताना तुम्हाला एखादी आर्ट शिकायला हवी. या कॉलेजमध्ये या पद्धतीने शिकवलं जातं.
100% रिकग्निशन करणारे, सन्मानित करणारे समाजात चांगले लोक आहेत. ते आपल्याला बोलवतात, आपल्याला सन्मान देतात आणि अजून काम करायची ऊर्जा देतात. आणि सगळ्यांना एकच शब्द माझ्याकडनं की मोठे स्वप्न बघा, 100% साकार होतात.
कितने भी बड़े हो जाओ, आमिर हो जाओ, क्रिएटर बन जाओ, लेकिन घमंड नहीं होना चाहिए. हमारे वैष्णव परंपरा में यह कहा गया है, नम्र झाला भूता त्याने कोंडले अनंता. ये वैष्णव परंपरा है, ये भारतीय संस्कृति परंपरा और तत्वज्ञान का दर्शन है.
So the event is really fun and I'm enjoying, and the flea markets are really like they're so big and then it's fun. Persona is very fun, it's very interacting. There are many stalls that we can go around and buy some articles around.
Come on, MIT, put your hands up in the air, everyone!
सुनो गौर से दुनिया वालों, बुरी नजर ना हम पे डालो. सुनो गौर से दुनिया वालों, बुरी नजर ना हम पे डालो. चाहे जितना जोर लगा लो, सबसे आगे होंगे
Persona is super best.
Hello, hello, hello.
Good morning, everyone. I am Akanksha Dadve.
And I am Shivtesh Shetty. We warmly welcome you to yet another session, orientation of the Constitution of India, where we explore the power of a democracy.
To begin with, we would like to invite Dr. Suraj Bhoya Sir, Associate Director, Office of Student Affairs, Dr. Sapna Deo Ma'am, Dean Director, School of Law, and Professor Dr. Sujit Dharmapatra Sir, Director, School of Indian Civil Services, to felicitate our esteemed guests. We would like you to felicitate our guests, sir. Advocate Dr. Shrikant Malaar, Director of Malaar and Associate.
And we have a huge round of applause for our today's esteemed guest, Advocate Dr. Shrikant Malaar, Director of Malaar and Associate, Pune.
Advocate Vaishali Bhagwat, Cyber Law Expert.
I request the students to please have a huge round of applause for Advocate Vaishali Bhagwat, Cyber Law Expert. Next up, we have Dr. Bhagyashri Deshpande, former Principal of New Law College, Pune. Please have a round of applause for Dr. Bhagyashri Deshpande, former Principal of New Law College, Pune.
Thank you. Now, I would like to invite Dr. Sapna Deo, Dean Director of School of Law, to give the opening remarks.
Good morning. Good morning, one and all. Good morning, Honorable today's guest, academician Dr. Bhagyashri Deshpande, renowned lawyer, advocate Malegaonkar sir, cyber law expert, advocate Vaishali Bhagwat ma'am, our own director Dharma Patre sir, our visionary, Honorable Professor Dr. Mangesh Karat sir, the person who has transformed the MIT-ADT University in less time, respected Honorable Dr. Sunita Karad ma'am, Executive Director, respected Pro Vice Chancellors, Registrar, COE, Deans, Directors, HOD, faculty members, parents, and our beloved students. Welcome each one of you. Today, very important day, we are taking Diksha. I would like to introduce first myself. My name is Dr. Sapna Sukrut Dev. I am a Dean for School of Law. Law, we always believe that it is a supreme. And today's session is the utmost important because it lays the foundation for your understanding the constitutional rights, duties, which are not vital for your academic success, but also for your role as a responsible citizens for the society. I believe that justice for all is a prime motto. Constitution is fundamental of law, of land. Constitution is a fundamental law of land, and as once Aristotle said that it is a way of life. We every know that we are believing on Jnaneshwari, we are believing on Gita. In the similar way, whenever you are living your life, the Constitution teaches us the way of life. And today we do have the most expert, renowned lawyers, academicians with us to discuss about our rights and duties. Whenever we are going outside, Madam, pin drop silence सांगा ना. Pin drop silence announcement करा दी. करा आता है मुझे.
I request all the students to please make a silence.
Very important session. Please keep silence.
This session is really important for all of us. So please make a silence.
Thank you so much. See, when we are living in our life, everywhere law is there, rules are there. And if you are not maintaining discipline here, we are not keeping silence, then we will not able to maintain the law and order here. Indian constitutions protect our fundamental rights, freedom of speech and expression. So you have a freedom of speech and expression as well as you have a freedom of silence too in Indian constitution. So where to speak, where not to speak, how to speak, and the venue of speaking. It is also fundamental right with the restriction. So always ma'am says rights always with duties. When we speak about gender equality, it's a fundamental principle which has been embedded in Indian constitution, which ensures the rights and liabilities for all the genders. Now, if we talk about Vishaka case, Vishaka Supreme Court addressed the sexual harassment guidelines and every rules and regulations for protection for women. Recently, we always know that triple talaq, which has given unconstitutional under Indian law, which is affirming that gender equality with Muslims' personal law is always protected. Right to privacy, Puttaswamy case. Everyone knows that right to privacy is always matter when we are talking about data protection. So Advocate Vaishali ma'am will guide us for the same. When we speak about the male rights, every male has some complaints. Ma'am, do we have only rights for women, not for male? Is it like that? So answer is no. Constitution speaks about gender equality, gender neutrality, the rights for women as well as rights for male. If you speak about Rajesh Sharma case, it was a very landmark judgment which court says that misusing law by women also will get punishment under the Indian constitutional and various law. We believe that constitution is a king of kings. King of kings means number of laws are there, and for the all laws, rules, regulations, guidelines, circulars, ethos, all principles, circular, everything has been formulated under the Indian constitutional law. So we called it as a king of kings. Now if we know that everybody knows that living relationship has been started. Now students, young generation, they are believing living relationship. So do we have any rights for maintenance? Do we have any rights for the couple? Those who are living in, yes, the Indian constitution says that yes, the answer is there, and there are some norms and guidelines has been given by Supreme Court. Now if we talk about third gender, that is LGBT rights, that is also there. So we see that the Indian constitution is the most protective and important all of them. Now it is my opening remark. I declared as a chairperson that session is open with Honorable Dr. Bhagyashri Deshpande. She'll take us time for 10 to 15 minutes to explain you what are your fundamental rights and duties. Then Advocate Vaishali Bhagwat ma'am, she will take you that how to use a social media. You are using phone now. Everybody is carrying their phone, but it is a weapon. It is a weapon. You should know how to use knife. What is the utility of the knife? So ma'am will guide us properly. And then thirdly, ma'am, sir is there, Advocate Malegaonkar sir, who will guide you that as a student, how you are pursuing your internship and which precautions you need to take as an intern. Thank you one and all. Once again, I welcome everyone. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your warm and insightful opening remarks.
Now I would like to request our technical team to play AV for Advocate Dr. Shrikant Malaar sir, Director of Malaar and Associates.
Dr. Shrikant Malaar is a specialist in labor laws and industrial relations. Practicing as an advocate at Pune Labor Courts and Bombay High Court for past 28 years, his consultancy Malaar and Associates handles litigation, consultation and training in labor laws for Indian and multinational companies. He graduated in Science, Law and Management from the University of Pune. He has delivered lectures on employment law at institutions like London School of Economics and School of Oriental and African Studies in London. He holds a master's degree in law, an MBA in human relations and PhD in labor laws. He has received the Stelward Prize from Bar Council of Maharashtra. Dr. Malegaonkar has worked with numerous companies including Mercedes, Philips, General Motors, Amazon and Coca-Cola as their advocate and labor management consultant. He is a visiting faculty in labor and industrial laws at ILS Law College, Pune and has authored books and produced TV serials on labor laws. His consultancy has conducted over 1,500 training workshops and webinars in employment laws. He also owns an IT company called Simzu and has served as an ex-president of LLPA Pune and ex-member of IR Core Committee of Maratha Chambers of Commerce. He has traveled extensively across the globe. We are indeed honored to have such a wonderful personality among us today. We warmly welcome Honorable Professor Dr. Shrikant Malaar to 9th Induction Program 2024.
We now call upon Advocate Dr. Shrikant Malaar sir to address the students.
And we have a huge round of applause for Dr. Shrikant Malaar, Director of Malaar and Associates Pune.
respected madam, respected speakers on the dais, respected sir, and my dear friends. I stand here today to speak with you in whatever is the time allotted to me on the constitutional perspectives and labor laws or industrial laws, you can say. Friends, we are all aware that India became independent in the year 1947, and the first 5-year plan was laid down by the first Prime Minister of India, that is Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. India needs to progress today, tomorrow, and it cannot be done by I doing the talking and you doing the listening. It can only be done by industrial production. We are into a school of design. This design will be used in so many of the industries and ultimately which will add to the prosperity in India. Friends, when the first 5-year plan came up, there was a mushrooming of industries, and the credit goes to the vision of Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru and all the forefathers of the nation. And today, friends, we are all aware that India is ushering towards a $3 trillion economy. And if you compare with Pakistan, which became independent almost on the same day as of India, I mean, they are miles behind. We are not here to compare that, but here, what takes us further is the industrialization. And of course, we all understand that it was after independence, we had the mother document which was given unto us, that is the Constitution of India. Constitution is the mother document, as Madam said, that it's very fundamental in nature. And I'm going to restrict my talk as far as the labor laws and what are the provisions of the Constitution. You are all aware, friends, that we are having Article 19(1)(c) in the Constitution, which is in Part 3, which is a fundamental right, which means right to form an association. There is an association of doctors, there is an association of lawyers, say Bar Council of India. There can be a union of, say, Mazdoors, there can be a union of workmen, but from where do you get the right? The right certainly is contained in Article 19(1)(c), that is, right to form an association. Going further, friends, we are having Article 23, which is again a fundamental right, wherein there is prohibition against forced labor. India, you know, there were saukars in India in yesteryears. And what we did is, somebody took up a loan and his children and grandchildren, they went on paying, and then they were made to work and work and work. There were no conditions of work. Females were paid less. Juvenile labor were paid less. And for which it was very necessary for the framers of the Constitution, and of course the chairman being Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar, that some element is necessary to prohibit forced labor, and that was prohibition of forced labor in Article 23 of the Constitution. So today you are having laws like bonded labor. Bonded labor is not allowed in India. Or we had so many of the cases, the Money Lending Act case, wherein certain things were struck down on the anvil or the touchstone of the Constitution of India. Then we are having, say, friends, prohibition against child labor. Children in India, even today, they are maltreated and beaten like beasts. Their childhood is taken away from them. Children are here to enjoy their childhood, and that is why laws were necessary. And we have the Child Labor Prohibition Act. Any child below the age of 14 years will not be allowed to be employed in any factory or in any establishment. But the question is, from where do you get the power? The power is contained in the Constitution of India, which is a fundamental right. The time, friends, is limited, and I'll be a bit fast. And then we are having the directive principles of state policy, which is not a right in a way. The state will make an endeavor to enforce and grant all these things, whatever is stated in the directive principles of state policy. First and foremost, Article 39 is men and women are equal. So equal conditions of work. So we have the Equal Remuneration Act. For the same work, a man gets 100 rupees, a woman also should get 100 rupees. But the question is, from where do you get the right? The right is contained in the Constitution. Of course, this is a directive principle. Second is, health should not be abused. We see sometimes the sewage workers, They go down into chambers, sometimes there is gas inside and they suffocate there and they die there. Isn't there a law to prohibit this? And yes, the state has been given some directives that you have to see that the conditions of work are not inhuman. Children were made to work. We have the Shiv Kasi case, wherein children with bare hands, they put their hands into arsenic just to make a few crackers so that you and me can enjoy in a Diwali. What happens to that arsenic hands? Arsenic, they eat some morsels of food with the same hand and then the arsenic goes in the stomach. And ultimately they have so many maladies and so many ailments are there. Then friends, we are having Article 14, that is right to work. Right to work, remember, is not a fundamental right. What I am talking right now is a directive principle. But then the state will make an endeavor to make an assistance as far as the financial capacity is concerned to provide work to everybody. Just think of a situation, unemployment in India, though it's not that rampant as it is in other countries, tomorrow there could be a situation. And once upon a time it was, say in the year 1970s, that people never had jobs. Government had to open up employment exchanges. And this is a directive with the state that you have to make an endeavor so that maximum of the people get good jobs. Then you are having humane conditions of work. Say for example, maternity relief. We are having the Maternity Relief Act, that a woman who is pregnant, which is a natural phenomena, how much should be the pregnancy leave she should be getting? The maternity leave, earlier it was 12 weeks, now it is almost 26 weeks. And every woman is entitled to that, and the management is supposed to pay her for all those 26 weeks, that is almost half a year. And then the provision is contained in directive principles of state policy. Then friends, Article 43 speaks of a living wage. There is a bare minimum wage, it's bare minimum. You work and you get something minimum. Then there is a concept of a fair wage which is larger than the minimum wage, that I should get this thing and a little bit of bonus and provident fund and ESI and gratuity. And then there is a living wage, that a worker is also a human being. He also needs recreation. He also needs so many other things, say cultural, leisure, recreational activities. And this reflects, or it has a direct nexus with right to life, which is contained in Article 21 of the Constitution. Where do you get all these rights from? They are from the Constitution. And 43A is workers' participation in management. Till yesteryears, it was a notion that the workers' participation in management meant that the workers and the management swam in the same swimming pool. And it was a disturbance of an ego, which is very deep-seated in anybody, any manager, as to what is the worker going to teach me and why should workers participate in managements. But no, this theory has withered away. And then the credit goes to the directive principles under Article 43A, that workers should participate in management. So this friends, we are having so many of the cases. Based on this, we have the backbone of the industry, that is the Industrial Disputes Act. And in the words of Honorable Justice V.R. Krishna Iyer, he said, what is the Industrial Disputes Act itself? It's a benign measure which preempts industrial tensions. It is an act, or it's a law which provides that the partners in the production, that is the worker and the management, should not engage into counterproductive battles, and they should add to the prosperity of the nation. But where do you find all these rights? It's in the Constitution. So let me congratulate Madam first of all to have selected this sort of a topic, that what is the framework of all the labor laws. Maybe Madam is going to talk on cyber and Constitution, but then the framework remains the Constitution, which is a mother document which is available to all of us. And then as I said, Chairman being Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar, so many other people also contributed. An Indian Constitution has all the good things of the earth. It's a borrowed Constitution. But we see the basis of everything remains the Constitution. And this is the first message you get from the Department of Law right at your induction, that yes, there is a mother document so fundamental in nature that anything in negation with the Constitution will be null and void on the touchstone of the Constitution of India. I mean, things can be spoken up at length, including labor laws. The latest, I mean, it's a journey. legal developments are a journey. We start from 1947, the latest one being 2013, wherein we have the Sexual Harassment of Women Prevention, Prohibition and Redressal Act. And this journey will continue. Students like you who are to contribute to it tomorrow, and then time is also limited, and you are a wonderful audience. And it's really great to speak in front of such an august audience. And you have been silent listeners, but I should not test your patience because Shakespeare said, how poor are they, those who have no patience. So let me wind up now. And thank you so much, friends, and all the best. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir. I request the technical team to kindly play the AV on Advocate Dr. Bhagyashri Deshpande ma'am, showcasing her achievement and contributions.
Dr. Bhagyashri Deshpande has been the in-charge principal at New Law College Bharati Vidyapeeth Pune since 2019. She earned her PhD from Osmania University Hyderabad with a focus on state liabilities. She has held key roles including that of former dean of the law faculty and chairman of the board of studies at Bharati Vidyapeeth. She is a recognized PhD guide and has supervised numerous research scholars at both SPPU and Bharati Vidyapeeth. As editor-in-chief of the Bharati Law Review and a member of the International Council of Jurists UK, she significantly contributes to legal scholarship. Her contributions to legal education have been recognized with several awards including the Best Law Teacher Award and the Best Teacher Award. Dr. Deshpande's research includes a UGC-sponsored project on the right to education and women's empowerment, highlighting her commitment to legal education and research. We are indeed honored to have such a wonderful personality. We warmly welcome Dr. Bhagyashri Deshpande to the 9th Foundation Day Program 2024.
We now invite Dr. Bhagyashri Deshpande ma'am to deliver her speech.
Good morning, everyone, respected people on the dais, off the dais, and my dear students. That you have joined this institution, which is a very prestigious institution. To speak or give glimpses of the Constitution. This word has been in vogue recently. Everybody speaks about the Constitution and what is the Constitution? So my endeavor today is to give you just a tip of the iceberg of the Constitution. As it has been already said by the various speakers that it is the basic law. Yes, it is the basic law. But what do we mean by basic? By basic means it was decided by our founding fathers that what would be the structure of India after independence? What would we have as the basic how to govern the country? What would be the organs? So our constitution basically deals with the structure of the Indian as a legal state or legal entity. Only the basic, the rest of the laws are to be built up upon the constitution. So it has been decided by the constitution that India will have certain organs. The state will have three organs. So we have three organs of the state, that is the legislature, the executive and the judiciary. The legislature has the power. After deciding these organs, the constitution endeavors to tell us the powers of the state organs. It decides the relationship between the various organs and the relationship with the individuals. So the legislature has the power to make the law, the executive has to execute, and the judiciary has to interpret the laws and adjudicate. Whenever we speak about the constitution, so many cases come up. Why? because the Supreme Court is the guardian of the Constitution, the basic law of the land. It is the guardian of the Constitution. So whenever there is a dispute relating to some interpretation of any law or any executive action, then the Supreme Court has to decide that particular case, and the interpretation of that particular law is included in the Constitution. This is how the constitutional continuously grows, because society is not static, so law cannot be static. So every time we have a different interpretation of the Constitution. Now, coming to the rights. What are the rights which are available to the citizens of India? The list is various, and in 10 minutes I cannot explain all the rights, but just some of them. We are the citizen, so citizen, to get a citizenship, of course, within the rules, it is a right of the citizen of India, the person who is born. Then we come to equality, the basic right of equality. Everybody knows this term, equality. Equality is a fundamental right, no doubt. But equality among equals. Equality among equals. A particular person belonging to a particular stature will have equal rights among that. Suppose I am a professor. So then my rights will be according to the other professors. I cannot compare myself to another executive, say the Prime Minister. I cannot say that he has so many privileges. I also want equality. No, equality among the equals. This is the basic line. Any right, any power, any liberty has to be seen according to the limitations within which it runs. We cannot have any absolute right or liberty or power. All have been bridled by certain limitations, because that is how the smooth functioning of any state is going to be run. So, equality among equals. We cannot have general equality. We cannot have absolute equality. Another very basic right is Article 21, which is said to be the heart of our constitution. I'm using this word article, but we have a basic right, that is right to life and liberty. Now, it's very simple, life and liberty. But what are the connotations of life and what are the connotations of liberty? They are simply numerous. So many cases the Supreme Court has tried to make us understand as to what includes as right or what includes as liberty. And this particular provision has to be seen in relationship with 19. That is, no law can be seen in isolation. The entire fabric of the legal structure, I say fabric because when you pull one string, the entire other strings are also affected. That is why we have to see any right or any duty, any power in the entire structure of the frame. And that is why we see life and liberty in context with the freedoms which are available, which are there enshrined in a particular article, that is Article 19. So, with this, we have to see what are the rights and what are the liberties. The freedoms are many because they are again incorporated in the term liberty. Like, say, we have the right to move, we have the right to travel. So, in brief, I'll just tell you one case, a very famous case, a very old case of Maneka Gandhi versus Union of India, wherein she wanted to travel abroad and her passport was impounded by the passport authorities, impound, just to keep. And no reasons were given to her as to why her passport has been impounded. So she challenged, she said, my right to travel abroad is violated, which has been given by the constitution. So my fundamental right is violated. Again, read with Article 19. So the Supreme Court said that the passport authority, they have reasons, they have directions, they have rules to grant, not to grant or impound, but they have to give a reason to the particular person, and if that reason is not valid, if it is not within the permissible limits of law, then such action definitely hits the right to liberty. So she got her right to liberty to travel abroad. Now the caution over here is we also have the right to move, right to travel. So driving, as the instance was said, driving, we can drive, but just because I have the right to drive, can I drive anyhow? Zigzag, left, right, no signals. Can I do that? No. Why? Because when I have a right, even the others have a right. So I should enjoy my right. I should exercise my right by respecting the other person's right. That is why limitations upon the right are there. I'll tell you one example of the American law. Like a person was walking on the street and he was rotating his walking stick. Unfortunately, that walking stick hit another person's tip of nose. That person was very agitated. He said, "What is this? You have hurt me." So the person rotating the stick, he said, "Look, my friend, I am in America and I have the liberty to walk and rotate my stick." The other person said, "I'll carry you, I'll drag you to the courts." So he was taken to the courts. The judge patiently heard both the sides, and the judge has very nicely explained the term of liberty, and I will tell you what it is. The judge said, "Look, my friend, you have the liberty of walking, you have the liberty of rotating your walking stick, but remember this, that your liberty ends at the tip of the stick and another person's nose begins. So our liberty is only to ourselves. We cannot exercise that right to infringe another person's right. And for that, the law interferes. The law stays. It's not only the individuals, but even the state. Basically, the constitution law, as I said before, it deals with the relationship between the organs and the subjects or the citizens. So wherever the state infringes the right, the constitution interferes. It is the Supreme Court which tells the state not to go ahead because you are already hitting the provisions of the constitution. As the previous speaker has rightly said, it is the touchstone. What is touchstone? If you see the goldsmith, to know whether it is a gold or not, they have a stone and they rub on it to identify whether the gold is real gold or not. Similarly, constitution is also the touchstone to understand whether a particular law infringes any portion of the constitution or not. It is called as the touchstone. And the guardian of our constitution law is the Supreme Court. The duty is upon the Supreme Court to protect the citizens, to ensure their rights. The interpretation of article is so vast that it will take a day to understand what really Article 21 means, that is right to life and liberty. So many: right to speedy trial, right to justice, right to fair trial, reasonable action, fair action, just action. Even now, the Supreme Court has said that eve teasing violates dignity of human being. So eve teasing should be taken as a strict action if because it violates a particular person's dignity. And there are various other: right to legal aid, right to education. Now legal aid means where a person cannot afford a lawyer, the state will provide a particular lawyer. So can that individual say that he wants a particular, say like Hari Salvi or someone? No. He has a right to get a lawyer, but he cannot choose the lawyer. The lawyer will be provided by the state. Right to education. Right to education is a fundamental right. Everybody has a right to educate and we can educate. But can we command, can we demand that I want a particular college? No. This will depend upon the criteria which are laid down by the various educating institutions. So suppose a particular institution says that we will not grant admission to the student who has not secured, say, 50% of marks. Then can he challenge, can he say that my right to education is violated? No. Why? Because when he wants to join a particular institution, he has to abide by those rules. As simple as when we want to drive, we have to follow the traffic rules. We cannot say that I have a right, so I will drive anyhow. Can we say this? No, we have to follow the rules. In the same way, right to education is there, no doubt about it. But we have to follow the rules wherever it is. Then there are various other rights, right to property. We can have, we can buy, we can sell property. But again, this right is not absolute. It is within the jargons. We have to follow the certain central as well as the state rules in case of property, if you want to dispose the property. Another very important right is right to environment. Right to clean environment is another very important right which is being enshrined in our constitution through interpretation of the Supreme Court. Now, right to free environment means what? Clean. We should have a lot of oxygen. There should not be any toxin gases or whatever which will hamper somebody's health. So does this mean that we have to stop all the industries? So industries are causing pollution. We have a fundamental right of environment. Then what? Supreme Court is smart enough. So they say that you have a right to clean environment. But again, two principles will stand. That is sustainable development. And what is sustainable development? Sustainable development means there will be development. There will be development of the of the companies, of the factories and the other units. There will be, but they have to see to it that they do not pollute the environment. So, as long as they can sustain clean environment, they have right to develop. So, sustainable development is the main crush of right to environment. We have a right to clean environment, but again, having only right is not correct. Who will grant this right to us? Do you think the state will grant? Every time we talk about rights, we expect the state to give us the rights. Is it right? No, my friends, it is not right. If we have the right to clean environment, then mind you, my dear friends, it is our duty to maintain clean environment. If we keep on throwing all the garbage here and there and then claim right to environment, is it in consonance with justice? So every time we speak about a right, we cannot have to blame on the state or the government. First see ourselves whether really we are doing our duties or not. Every right has got a corresponding duty. There cannot be any right if without a particular duty, any right. So first see whether we are performing our duties and then claim for the rights. The last aspect which I would like to deal over here is the amendment of the Constitution. Yes, the Constitution can be amended, but there is a special procedure to amend the Constitution and there is a very, very big clause to it. No parliament, the legislature can make the law, no doubt about it, but no legislature can amend the Constitution which will endanger the basic structure of the Constitution. Basic structure means that it is a secular state, it is a republic, bicameral, the president is the tutorial head, we have the three organs, judicial review. No person, no legislature can make an amendment to the Constitution which will hamper the basic structure. Immediately the Supreme Court will strike it down. I'll tell you a case, a very ancient case wherein at that time Indira Gandhi Nehru was the Prime Minister and she made an amendment, 42nd amendment, she made an amendment in which she said that whatever happens in the parliament will be away from the judicial review. Means what? It will not go to the Supreme Court. In fact, the people of the parliament, the members of the parliament will have absolute right. Immediately the Supreme Court struck down. So even if the Constitution is amended, it has to be seen that it does not endanger the basic structure. And secondly, we have our guardian, we have a watchdog, Supreme Court, to strike down any such amendment which really endangers the Constitution. Why? Because the Constitution was made by the forefathers. My friends, the Constitution was not a creation of one person. It is not the brainchild of any one person. It was the teamwork. we have a constituent assembly, and many giants have worked. Each person has given a draft, and the draft was discussed, and then the constitution came up. Many people, um, Nehru was there, Pal was there, Bal was there, Settlewad was there, so many giant people were there who have, Munshi was there, so many. So they have each given a draft, and then the draft was discussed, debated, and then the constitution came. So it is not very easy to amend the constitution. We have the rights, we have many rights, but simultaneously, my friends, please remember the duties which are bridled with those rights. So also limitations, they are must. Because you cannot enjoy a single right absolutely. Because then somebody else who is mightier than you will have his right and our right will be curtailed. So rights have been jargoned in proper situations, in proper limitations, and bridled with duties. So when we speak about rights, we have to simultaneously keep the duties in mind and perform those duties. So if we have right to education, we should educate. You have joined this institution, so now you please do your duty, study well, study well. See that whatever your parents have put you in for, your goals, please achieve. Study well. Right to education will become meaningful only if you attend classes and do whatever your teachers, professors tell you to do. Otherwise, right to education is lost, isn't it? So let us take seriously all the rights. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your inspiring speech.
Now, I would request the technical team to play the next AV for our guest, Advocate Vaishali Bhagwat, cyber law expert.
Advocate Vaishali Bhagwat is a distinguished civil and cyber lawyer with over 20 years of experience. Leading a 50-year-old all-service law firm in Pune, she integrates her expertise in computer science and law seamlessly. Her practice includes both litigation and non-litigation services such as drafting and reviewing commercial contracts, technology contracts, employment contracts, and cybersecurity privacy policies. She has handled complex cybercrime cases including data theft, insider fraud, impersonation, and sexual abuse. Advocate Vaishali advises clients on cyber related compliance across various sectors, including banking, finance, health, education, and IT/ITES. Her notable clients include Persistent Limited, Infosys, BMC Software, Ubisoft Gaming, Praj Industries, Teach for India, and Cosmos Bank. She was the first lawyer from India selected for the prestigious TCS Chevening Scholarship on Cyber Defense awarded by the British High Commission and Tata Consultancy Services. She also holds a PG certificate in cybersecurity and information assurance from Cranfield University, UK. A sought after speaker, Vaishali has presented at forums such as CII, UN Women, Secona, and Rotary International. She's particularly passionate about online child safety, having collaborated with the National Crime Agency and spoken at a Rotary International conference in Seoul. In 2016, she received the esteemed NASCOM DSCI Award. We are indeed honored to have such a wonderful personality among us today. We warmly welcome Advocate Vaishali Bhagwat to the 9th Induction Day Program 2024.
We invite Advocate Vaishali Bhagwat to share her insight with us. Over to you, ma'am.
Almost good afternoon to everyone. I was a law student once, and when I studied the Constitution, I fell in love with the document. And I came out of law college with absolute stars in my eyes, thinking I will have all these rights, especially the right to life. And then life happened, and then you realize that in the truest sense that these rights are offered to you in that lovely document that you study from may not be available to you the way they are supposed to be. I realized half my right to life was taken away by my parents, the remaining half by my husband, and whatever was left by my children. Now, in this chaos of my life, I tried to regain my right of life in various possible formats. And then what is the connection between this right of life and democracy? And then what is the connection between this right of life, democracy, and the cyber world? I always felt the right to life or democracy is about the right of choice. How I want to lead my life. What choices do I make? And are these choices free of judgment? Are people going to point fingers at me? Now, this becomes a very important right, especially in a democracy, because we have a right to choose our government. I think that is the fundamental use of the right to life, because only then the kind of governments that we choose ensures that there is real democracy and all the fundamental rights are protected by the ruling government. I'll tell you now what happens and what is happening in the real world, not only across the world. We all use social media, and we all have large social media accounts. For example, everybody will have Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and we are sharing loads of data. So if you ask Facebook, how much of data does Facebook have of one individual? How much of data, I use Facebook, so how much of data would Facebook have of an individual like me or anyone else? It could be at least 6,000 data points, which means Facebook knows 6,000 separate, distinct things about you that even you may not know of. Your habits, the way you think, are you suicidal, do you have an addictive tendency, are you heading for depression, etc. Facebook is able to predict it. How? Because of all the data gathering that is happening in the background. And we are thinking Facebook is giving, or Meta is giving this service to us for free. I'm sure you remember sometime your mother or your father has told you that there are no free meals in life. There is always a transaction. If you're getting something for free, you are giving something which may not be money, but there has to be some form of consideration that is getting exchanged. So what is Meta getting from us? Meta is getting data from millions and billions of people, which is worth crores of millions of dollars, which we can't even imagine. And what is Meta doing with it? It is analyzing. I'm sorry I'm using the word of a particular company all the time, but perhaps because that's the largest social media giant. Now when I say this data is getting tracked, used, and used against us to manipulate our minds. And a little bit of homework for you. You may have some free time before your classes really start. Just look at the case of Cambridge Analytica. Was a company which used this data that was gathered from citizens of a democratic country to influence their minds, to impact their minds to believe something that they earlier did not believe in. Let me give you a simpler example. You all watch Netflix, and Netflix keeps giving you recommendations. And I get so influenced actually by that recommendations that I keep watching similar stuff all the time. I may not want to watch that anymore, but I am getting influenced by the data mining that is happening in the background so that my mind is influenced. So when we all talk of hacking, and in the hacking parlance we always say technology is foolproof. You will have state-of-the-art technology to prevent any hacker from entering any system, but you cannot stop him from hacking your mind. And all hackers are doing that. All people who want to extract benefit from you are hacking your mind by using this data. The moment your mind is manipulated, you become a different person, and you don't even know. You may have had certain political and religious beliefs 5 years back. Today they are changed because a certain amount of information is getting bombarded on you, and because of the data analysis that is happening in the background. Now that is the connection between data protection, data privacy, and democracy and our constitution. And that is why the Supreme Court, with its judgment given by 7-bench judges, established a separate right which was separate from the right to life, which is called the right to privacy, which included the right of informational privacy or right of data privacy. I think the first thing that you should do after I end my speech is delete the true callers that you have on your account. on your cell phones, because by that you have given away most of your data and most of your life for free to other companies. And that is where companies are tracking you. The moment we say informational privacy, it is upon us to decide what is the data that I am going to share, what is the data that can be used by these companies, and after this use is over, the company is bound to delete the data. Unfortunately, India got this data protection law which in 2023 much later than all other developed countries. Because we are not very private people, you know, as a community we are not very private. You travel in any airplane or in any train, and you start exchanging very private information with each other. I think that is a systemic change that we all need to inculcate, because data is not only the new gold, is not only the new oil, is not only the new currency, but data is life. And the entire life and your life choices are depending on the data that you are generating and somebody else is using. Now, having made this point about the connection between data, informational privacy, informational freedom, data freedom, and democracy, let me just go a little step further. The same data is getting used not only to manipulate your mind, and it really reminds me of this wonderful poem that I learnt in school from Rabindra Tagore, is where the mind is without fear. I'm sure some of you will recollect it. What is really trying to say, in a democratic country, every individual should be able to live with a mind without fear. Now, your mind is not only with fear, but your mind is also tainted with so much of information, beliefs, and choices that others are making for you. Right to privacy, right to data privacy, and the Personal Digital Data Protection Act now is in place. So in 2023, we had the DPDP Act, very famously known as the DPDP Act, which makes you the masters of data, of your own data. And so next time you are going to click on yes, no, consent whenever an app pops up, try and at least analyze what is the data that I'm giving for, what is the data getting used for, and am I able to exercise an additional right on the data to modify it or delete it. By setting this context, I know I've had very little time, so I'm going to stop here because I think there are going to be some questions, and I will take one question on what you should do on cybercrime, cyber stalking, because that's not really connected with this, but it's about general safety, what all of you students should have. One very last closing remark, and very easy to remember also. Don't do anything on the internet that your mother had prohibited you from doing in real life, and then you are out of trouble. Because suddenly we think on the net you are faceless, you are more brave, and somewhere we have a feeling that your traces will not be left, even if you are using VPN. Let me tell you with full confidence, I have worked with several police officers, not only in the country but outside country. It is always possible to trace the criminal. It may not be always possible to arrest the criminal because of cross-border nature of the crimes, but the investigating officers will always be able to identify who has done a criminal act, because once you create a footprint on the internet or the World Wide Web, it is impossible, I'm using the word impossible, it is mathematically impossible to erase that trace. And hence, the probability that the police or the investigating agency will find the criminal is 100%, because of very advanced forensic science, and the mathematical probability that he will be able to reach you is also 100%, because that is how the infrastructure has been built, that there can be no erasure. Even if you decide to break the hard disk in powder-like pieces, even from that one speck of powder, there is forensic evidence that can be taken back, and that has been done even by the Indian police in very complicated murder mysteries. I will leave you with that thought. Please be very careful when you're treading the internet, and I wish all of you a very safe internet experience. I don't want to see any one of you at the nearest police station. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for such an enlightening session.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Once again, I would like to request Dr. Sapna Dev, ma'am, to moderate the panel discussion.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Being a law dean, it's always a treat for us when we listen experts. Excellent. The way we heard today, three experts. It is a treat for law student, law professors, and law dean. Time is very less with us. I have a very good, nice question, which is not from student, which is from professor for Vaishali Bhagwat, ma'am. Ma'am, nowadays students are just copy pasting and using ChatGPT for submission of data. So what type of guidelines would you like to give to professor, and what type of penalty is available for students?
Very, very valid question, sir. So let me narrate a personal incident to you, because that's where I felt really ashamed to be an Indian. I was on a scholarship to Cranfield University in the UK, and we were 7 people selected from all over India for an international collaboration on cyber policy. So we all imagined classroom sessions, somebody will come and teach us, and then we'll do something, and we were in for almost a shock, because there was no training. So there was nobody standing there and teaching us. They were just facilitators. So they would come and tell us, do research from here, read these books, we have these libraries, and then at the end of maybe 3 days, we had to come up with our own research article, which had our own inputs to it. So we could gather all this information from whatever resources available, but we had to come up with our own article or a research paper. First time, so as I said, we were 7 people, out of which 4 were very top level government officers, IPS, IFS, and IS. First round of our submissions, almost all, I want to exclude myself, but almost all of our papers came back with a lot of red markings on it. And they told us that they run the submissions through a plagiarism check software. Now, what does a plagiarism check software do? It will point out all the lines that you have picked up from various resources on the internet. And it was so shameful to see that people who were sort of the cream of the nation who had got selected their assignments did not pass the first plagiarism check. Because of the culture that we have, and I want to emphasize on that, the culture that we have is to copy. The culture is not to invent, is not to innovate, is not to apply your own mind. And I am saying this with full confidence, because I have also taught and I have also checked papers. I have checked papers, LLB, LLM, PhD. And my father used to say that, be lenient when you check. But sometimes it's a full copy of some article. Why am I telling you this background? Because this is the truth. What does the law say? 3 years of imprisonment for copying. No intention, I did not intend to copy, is not a defense. So if at any point of time you think of this, first just ask yourself that are you being truthful to yourself? And second, what does the law say? It is a cognizable, bailable offense with maximum 3 years of imprisonment, minimum 6 years of imprisonment, with a fine that starts from 50,000 rupees under the Copyright Act.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. So we are aware now, Copyright Law and Information Technology Act is watching you. So don't submit any kind of copyrighted data to your professor. Try to draft it. Time is very less. Would like to request panel member to give answer in a brief. Ma'am, there are so many messages. We do have our own legal aid center at MIT-ADT University. So those who are having like questions, they can put a WhatsApp to us. We'll go only for last two questions. One question is with, I guess, Malegaonkar sir for you. Students are asking, it's a third year student. He is asking, I had done my one internship and is there any law for interns also? Can I say that I am a labor? Can I say that I am an employer? Though I am a student. So how that law as well as my boss is telling I will take you to the court for your wrongful act. So am I an employer?
Hello. Madam, after students complete their law first year, second year, or even the 5-year course, today the avenues are many. Some join corporates, and the thing is that when they get employed them by the corporates, there are two notions to it. One is, what is the payment I should get? Second is the corporate house which is to employ them. Now, as far as students are concerned, and the third element here is whether labor laws are applicable. Now, if it's a big corporate house, we have to understand anything for the applicability of labor laws has to go through three filters. The first thing is whether where you are employed is an industry within the meaning of Section 2J of the Industrial Disputes Act. Second is whether you are a workman. Who is a workman? Then there is a nature of duty. In order to be a workman, he has to do manual, skilled, unskilled, technical, clerical, operational and supervisory work. So whether he fits within the tenets of that definition. Third is whether what he is talking of tomorrow, if at all, God forbid, there is a dispute, whether it qualifies to be an industrial dispute. So these are the three filters. Industrial dispute means everything cannot be an industrial dispute. I'll give you a simple example. Today morning, before coming here to MIT-ADT University, I had 2 fights with my wife. I mean, usually there are more, but today I had only 2. So can you say there were 2 industrial disputes in my house? The answer is a simple no, because my house is not an industry. So these 3 filters are very necessary. First is it has to be an industry, second industrial dispute, and third is it has to be he has to be a workman. Then what is the law? With big houses, if they employ more than 10 lawyers and they have a big enterprise, yes, it is an industry under the Industrial Disputes Act. Once it is an industry, but you are not a workman because you are an intern. So then simple law of contracts 1872 would apply. And usually students go, the bigger the house, maybe the pay packets are good, whatever. Experience also counts, acumen also counts, skill also counts. So these are the factors which will be weighed, and then he can see a career prospect. Now whether he can be an employer, answer is yes. Tomorrow if he employs so many of juniors, say if you open the websites in United States of America, you can find lawyers who have 500 juniors. He is running a huge company or a huge industry, because the threshold in India is only 10. Below 10, there is no industry. So, in the words of the Honorable Supreme Court, the word industry presupposes the plurality of workmen. There should be plural workmen. So many workmen should be there. So if I am a lawyer with one junior, or if I am a doctor with a compounder, or if I go from place to place, I'm not talking of an urban doctor, a rural doctor who goes on a bicycle, on his pillion is sitting his compounder. Is he running an industry? Answer is no. He may ply a profession, but he is certainly not running an industry. So all of these factors have to be kept in mind by the interns who want to intern with somebody. Yes,
Okay,
madam. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Just, sorry, last question, very interesting, which I felt that everybody is asking, we are student. And when we required auto, even auto wala is talking rudely with us and saying, no, no, go. Now I have no time to go. So this type of service providers are moving at public place. As we know that when we leave the home, now we are at public place, everyone is watching you, law is monitoring you. So, ma'am, question is for you that do we have any kind of fundamental rights for service provider when they are denying and they are sitting and standing at public place and then they are saying no and talking rudely with us?
Yes, of course, we have the right. There cannot be a particular state where we have no right. Of course, we have a right. Now, the question is how to implement that right. Now, she gave the example of Autowala. He speaks rudely. Okay? Now, for this, we do not have to see the constitution or search the provisions of the constitution because, as I have already said, it is the basic law. Only the basic fundamental principles are enshrined in the constitution, and then the constitution has made provision for the legislature as well as the executive to build upon the structure. So many laws are made under the constitution. Now, when the auto refuses, he can refuse because he also has a right. If we have a right to travel, the auto person also has a right to refuse. If he has a right to drive, he also can choose. We can choose, he also can choose. Okay? So he may also refuse. Now, the question is, if that auto wala is on the stand, auto stand, then he cannot refuse because he is in line. He has to take any customer anywhere. At that time, he cannot refuse. And if he refuses, then we have to talk to the the auto stand, who is in charge of the auto stand or the near police station. For that, we cannot go to the Supreme Court. For example, suppose a classroom is not opened. Suppose 7:30 is the lecture, the classroom is not opened. We'll go to the VC. Whom will we go? To the peon, to the lecturer in charge. And then, if both don't hit, then the principal. So where to find the remedies is a question. Immediately we cannot turn to the constitution. Okay, but remember this, when we have a right, even the others have a right. So again, as I said, we have to limit ourselves. So go to the near police station or that, but that involves a time. So who wants to waste the time? Chalo, aap nahi aur sahi. This is how it works. But we are not very vigilant that yes, I have a right, I will go to the police station. If everybody is vigilant, I think India will be a better state.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for your time you have given to School of Law. I thanks on behalf of my faculty member and my student. Sirun is a team member who is coordinating Legal Aid Center. Those who are having any kind of question, please WhatsApp us. We will revert back to you within a day. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for this wonderful panel discussion. Thank you so much.
Finally, I would like to invite Professor Dr. Sujit Dharmapatra sir, Director at MIT School of Indian Civil Services, for his closing remarks.
The dignitaries of today's session on the dais, our director, Sapnadev madam, and my dear students. I know that we are hungry for the food throughout our life. But my dear students, this is the time for you to hunger for knowledge. You should be knowledge hungry. And therefore, I request all the students to give the priority to the knowledge and to gathering the knowledge. The expert panelists of this session have already articulated the structure of the Indian Constitution, the rules and duties of the citizen, the cyber security, and industrial disputes and labor laws. I am confident that all the students gathered here, they understand the significance of the Constitution and the importance of Constitution in our daily lives. To summarize the essence of this panel discussion, the Constitution is not merely a lawyer's document.
It is a document for every citizen of India, adopted and enacted by the people of India. It is a vehicle of life with his spirit rooted in protecting the fundamental rights of the citizens and encouraging them to fulfill the duties. It defines the structure of the government and guides its execution. Advocate Malaar sir talked about labor laws and its reflection in directive principles of state policy. Labor laws protects the rights of the laborers. Dr. Bhagyashri Deshpande madam explained the rights of citizens issued by the Constitution, but also explained that the rights are not absolute, but they had certain limitations for maintaining the law and order and rule of state. Madam explained that the duties and every right has corresponding duties. Advocate Vaishali Bhagwat madam explained about the data to be utilized to manipulate our minds. Nowadays, we will not put the money at home, but we will put the money at bank, which is linked to our mobile. And so cyber security is one of the major concerns. Therefore, all the session panelists enlightened our students. I have extended my heartfelt gratitude to Dr. Bhagyashri Deshpande madam, Advocate Vaishali Bhagwat, and Advocate Malaar sir for graciously accepting our invitation and guiding the students gathered here for Deeksharambh. Thank you all. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much to our esteemed guests, ma'am, sir, and the audience for being part of this enlightening session. Thank you all. I would now like to hand over the session to Soumya.
Hello. As we move now to the crucial aspect of our academic journey, our career. The world outside is brimming with opportunities, and the right guidance can propel you towards your dream career. To shed light on the various adventures available to you, we have invited two distinguished speakers to share their experience. First, we have Professor Swati More ma'am, the esteemed Director of the Central Corporate Relation and Placement Cell. First, I would like to request ma'am to join us on the stage. Can we have a huge round of applause for ma'am? Professor Swati More ma'am, her extensive expertise in this industry, collaborations and placement will provide invaluable insights into the corporate world. We are honored to have with us respected ma'am with us, whose contribution to the placement cell are commendable. Ma'am, on to you.
Everyone. Guys, wave for 1 minute because I know that I'm coming between you and your lunch. And believe me, it's very hard to sit for such a long hour. And taking into that consideration, I'm not going to bore you for sure. And I'm going to wind up within 10 minutes. Is that a good say? Yes or no? Right? Okay. So after having such a hard dose of session, a very critical and most important part that I'm going to cover, each one of you must have taken admission with an intention that you want to have a very good future. Yes or no? Yes? Very low energy. I have traveled early in the morning, 5 o'clock, and still standing here. And I see very poor energy. Yes or no? Very good. So I, Professor Swati More, I am the Director of Corporate Relations and Placements, having a 17 years of corporate experience, and it's been 7 years I'm into education, looking after the portfolio of licensing with the industries so that each student of mine, whatever purpose he or she has taken admission for, I help them achieve that. Sounds interesting? Right? So quickly, without delaying further, you can just push it. Okay? So I'm not going to spend much time on this. You can miss the vision and mission. Okay? So what is the purpose? I've already said every student either aspire to get a job or they want to pursue higher education. Like there are different degrees that we have. There are 20 odd schools that are there at the university. Some courses are 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, or 5 years for that matter. So taking that into consideration, we ensure that we give you complete end-to-end support, and that's how I'm going to tell you. Next slide, please. All right, I'm missing the slide. All right, so when you enter, this is very first year of yours. First year usually seems to be common, and it's time to have fun. I always tell all my students, don't take too much of tension, have fun, and have a balance in life wherein you study smart and party smart. All right, you have seen our video of our annual gathering. Wasn't it interesting? Right? So we as a university put in a lot of effort in providing you the platform wherein you can upskill yourself right from the first year to final year. The process of corporate relation is that every school will have a training placement cell, okay, supporting you of all your needs, and we at the center wherein we look at the picture in a bigger through a bigger lens, and we ensure that you get all the things that you'll require over the period. The whole and sole purpose of Central Corporate Relation and Training Placement Cell is to make you employable, okay? So my perspective is, why only become employable? Why only seek for job? We are talking about, under the guidance of our own Prime Minister Modi ji, he says that make in India vision, and he has to take a lot of efforts in executing that vision into reality. So I always tell all my dear students, why only to be job seeker? Why can't we be job creator? And MIT-ADT University has a wonderful support system wherein you all can become, you can have your own company, and you can eventually maybe hire 100 students of mine. Maybe it could be your friends, right? We have a live example of our second year computer science student who in second year itself started his company, and he employed 3-4 friends of his. Definitely you require a skill for that. So as you can see my screen, as a student, you want to work in a private sector, or maybe you want to go for a higher study. Some may want to get into the government jobs. Some may want to work for country, and some may want to have a company. Okay? So how do we ensure that you get the required desired support over here? Okay? So maybe you can move fast. Okay? So yesterday, I'm sure you must have gone through the School of Holistic Development session, wherein right in the first year, we have developed a curriculum wherein you have been skilled on foreign languages, English communication. We have a tie-up with Cambridge wherein, English being a global language, all of us are expected to speak and present ourselves, okay, in English language. So that aspect is taken right from the first year. Then comes to the picture like, we have a School of Corporate Innovation and Leadership. After me, she will take you through what exactly they do, but they ensure in all your second and third year, you are equipped with the analytical, cognitive skills, which are very required to appear for the interview process, all right? Then we have a School of Civil Services, wherein if you want to become IPS, IAS officer, you can take help of those, and definitely you can achieve your dream. Then we have for defense, already Suraj sir has mentioned about NCC. We have Major Suman, who looks after giving the complete support if you want to get into the defense job. It could be Army, Navy, whatever you aspire to, you have to just communicate us, and we'll ensure that you get a proper mentorship in achieving your dream of getting into the defense services. All right? We have Korea, we have a AIC. There is a huge funding. We are the only university which has an ecosystem wherein you can get the support of having your own company. For starting a company, you require vitamin M, and that M you can get from MIT itself. All right? Moving on. So I'm going to show a path. So I've taken an example of an engineering student wherein it is a 4 years of course. In first year, we put you through the SHT, we put you through the English language and Cambridge. In second year, the specialization starts. First year is usually common. Then your specialization start wherein you come into the hands of SCIL, and there are VAPs. When I say VAP, that is value added program. So a lot of things have been done by respective schools which ensure that your personality as well as your technical skill, irrespective of your degree, gets covered right from the second year till the time you come in the final year. All right? So it depends on 2-year or 3-year or 4-year course. It doesn't matter. Maybe we can move forward. Right? So we ensure that every stage, whatever is the need of the industry, we take input from them, and we try to ensure that we don't prepare you in 10 days or 15 days. We ensure that the path starts from the day one, right? And it's a very much part of your curriculum. You know, we ensure if you have taken admission in MIT-ADT, you are really grateful and you are, fortunate enough that you have a brand called MIT. Whenever, whichever field you go in, people will identify, oh, this student is from MIT, because there is a lot of credibility in the market. The degree really matters a lot. So I'm very thankful to you that you have chosen MIT-ADT as your knowledge partner, and believe me, that's the best choice that you have done for yourself. All right? So this is the typically path. So when the student come to us in third year, and when he's transiting third year to final year, or maybe from first year to second year based on the degree, we ensure that a lot of grilling sessions are done. It could be mock GDs, mock interviews, technical sessions. Ensure that before the lineup of the company starts, you are well prepared. So that is our responsibility to ensure that we grill you, we ensure that you are, sharpened properly so that you become a sellable product. Why I'm calling you product? Because, when you appear for an interview, what do? You do nothing but sell yourself that I'm the best fit for the company, that job profile that you're having, and you should hire me for the skills, abilities that I have, and I'll make a valuable contribution to the company. All right? Next. I'm not going to talk much about it because the SCIL team is going to take care of all this slide. But with the able guidance of our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Dr. Mangesh Karat sir, whom I report and very closely we work with him, he ensures that every semester, apart from your regular curriculum, all this support system is included in the syllabus so that we achieve the outcome of getting placed. Moving on. So typical activities of campus to corporate, wherein we engage students in various technical sessions, seminars, webinars. We arrange a lot of technical contests like hackathons, right? Project competitions. Plus, we allow students to go for an industrial visit so that you can get an actual hands-on idea what industry is doing and how and when I can do something so that I become, you may be having some dream, like dream company, I want to get placed. Okay, being a new age university also, we have a very highest package, which is in 50, 60 lakhs, okay? So it is just the willingness. If it doesn't matter how much percentage you have or nothing, you should have that hunger of, skilling yourself, being a self-motivated matters a lot, all right? Next. So these are the couple of glimpses. As I said, we ensure that we give a support system. So we put you through a lot of assessments, okay, which are based on the industry like patterns. Okay, we invest huge amount in training the students. Moving on. So our process is absolutely digital. We have a platform. We take a bifurcation from the student when they come for the placement. What is their aspiration? Whether you want job or you want you want to become an entrepreneur or you want to get into anything else, or probably for that matter you want to have your own family business. All right. Next. So this is a typical registration process when you'll come into the actual placement process. Before that, again, I'll be talking to you on a very regular basis through my team, or myself will be interacting with you on a very, very regular basis. So that time I'll put more light on this. Okay, so these are the learning platform. See, having just a degree is not sufficient anymore. You got to have a lot of additional certifications. You need to have a lot of presence on the social media like LinkedIn Learning platform is there, Coursera. These are various platforms wherein you have to have your presence so that you have something to write every semester, something in your CV. So when you upgrade yourself every semester. You need to have some valid certifications done, and those get added every semester, and this is how you create a path for yourself. All right, next. So this is our structure. When I say organizational structure, it is of a center corporate relation and training placement cell. As I said, I directly report to Dr. Mangesh Karat, sir. He personally handles all the placement activities and take a review of it. All 20 schools are there under us, and they have a team internally. The dual reporting is there. We have support functions like School of Corporate Innovation Leadership. We have KRIA, we have SHD, and all other schools supporting so that we achieve the output of getting good placements. Next. So this is a very interesting slide. Take a 30 seconds to look at it. I know you all cannot take eyes off, but see, for a new age university to achieve this result, it's commendable. Yesterday I was in Bangalore attending a conference wherein, I was surprised that they have a very, very high respect for MIT-ADT University. We have an internal competition. We have a 3-group institution. But still, when I got to know that, okay, my college, my university name is, looked after as the most respectable, most wanted in terms of hiring student, I was very, very happy with the inputs that we are putting in. All right, so, the average CTC is going 6.5. When I say average, putting into all courses. There are courses wherein the CTC may be low. There are courses like design engineering. The CTC is very high. All right, that's how this package I'm talking about, 23, 24, last batch. Like, the batch which just passed out is 51. Prior to that, the package was 58 lakhs. Before that, the package was 61 lakh, the highest package. All right, the slide is gone. These are a couple of our star performers, and I see all girls. So girls out there, clap for yourself. All girls. Okay. I know all guys must be talking that, ma'am, being a female supporting girl student, no, nothing of that sort. I'm very much inclusive. I believe in diversity, all right? But fortunately, I see all girl faces, and I want to see all boys, good-looking boys, faces next year in this slide. All right, next. So you see, architecture student getting 58 lakhs is just commendable. All right, understand the kind of inputs the team, the head, the placement head of architecture must have put in, and the girl herself must have put in. Like getting a good packages in engineering, design is very common, but getting such a high package in architecture is just amazing. In fact, a year prior, we had our BEd student getting 53 lakhs, which is again a very unusual, all right? A person who has done just a School of Education student getting such a high package is very, very commendable. And our school, all teachers, all heads putting a lot of efforts in ensuring that our students are skilled properly so that they get the packages like this, all right? You see the company, we have more than 3,000 connections. We have more than 500 MOUs. Why MOUs? Because this is a way wherein placement is an outcome of all the activities we do under the MOU. Like it could be for your, you must have heard about project-based learning. You need internship. You need some project work to be done by the through industry. And for that purpose, you need to have a very strong industry presence. And through this, like this is a very high number, right? And for that, we roam in the market like anything to ensure that we tie up with all top MNCs, all small-scale companies also, so that each and every student of mine gets the desired support, all right? So all you see in the Palo Alto network is a company wherein our students got the highest CTC. It's a famous cybersecurity company, and we are the university. We are giving a very, very big number of specialization, and we have a high demand in the market. All right, moving on. Okay, higher education, like, every students want to do a higher education, but having a graduate degree is no more, you can say, fashion, right? लड़कों को तो लड़की भी नहीं मिलेगी अगर पोस्ट ग्रेजुएट डिग्री नहीं है तो, right? So to ensure that you get the higher education, if you want to go to any foreign university, we have a support, we have an international relationship office which is headed by Dr. Rekha Sugandhi, and her team is putting a lot of efforts in ensuring that there are tie-ups with good foreign university. We have vendors, we have a mentorship wherein you get the desired support to ensure that your admission process is transited smoothly. All right? So these are the industry mentor sessions which I've mentioned through MOUs we arrange so that you get hands-on knowledge from the industry speakers. These are some glimpses of the MOU. You see the names, SAP, SAP is a very big name. We have a Capgemini. A lot of contests are designed. Student won recently a prize amount of, cash prize amount of 2.5 lakh through Capgemini for, having a project on generative AI. Right? So you see the names, right? So I've kept my promise. I finished very fast. If you have any question, you can always ask us. But before that, I'm going to call a student of mine. Okay, I'll run one video to, get a actual feedback from a student, which was taken, anonymously. And she has something to tell you. And after that, I'm going to call a student, a very special student of mine. When I went to his company, his manager said, Swati, please get me 10 abhay, okay? And this is a very proud moment for a teacher when, the company is saying that, please get me somebody like him. And I was literally taken aback. And believe me, guys, all our efforts get, fruitful when we get the feedback that your students are doing an amazing job. Okay, so I request the media team to run a video of Mrinal.
Computing. So recently I was presented a package at Palo Alto Networks which was whooping 51 lakhs. So this opportunity was brought to me by our college itself from our training and placement department. So Swati More ma'am along with her team members helped me get this opportunity. So MIT-ADT University played a crucial role in getting this package. Apart from that, I was doing my own certifications which were related to GCP, Azure, AWS. So mostly these certifications you can do by yourself or college gives us the aid to do these certifications. So in order to land this opportunity like Palo Alto Networks, I would really recommend you all to do certifications, have validation to yourself, so you could even get the whooping packages like this. Once again, I would like to thank MIT-ADT University as well as the professors, teachers and Swati More ma'am who made all the efforts to help me land this opportunity. Thank you.
That's all from my side. I'm available. If any question your parents have in mind, I sit in the IT establishment building. You can reach out to me on placements@mituniversity.edu.in if you have any queries. And, I'll be talking to you on a very continuous basis. I wish you all the best. It is your first year. It is time to have all the fun. But at the same time, ensure that you don't get distracted by all bad things, right? You become a free bird, parents will be little lenient, but only mantra which I have learned to be self-disciplined. And if you have a willingness to change yourself, however inputs I give, but till the time you don't, plan your life, nobody on this earth can help you. You're the only person who can help yourself. I'm a big fan of Lord Krishna. He said, Parivartan sansar ka niyam hai. Only thing which is constant in this world is a constant change. So you'll have to adapt with the change and make sure that you become a very, very employable person. Your looks doesn't matter. What kind of clothes you wear doesn't matter. It is all about presenting yourself as a package. And I'm sure I'll ensure that in this journey of yours, we as a department are there with you. All the best, guys. Abhay, without any further delay, I request you, please say a few words in 5 minutes.
Thank you, ma'am. Let's.
Abhay is there, he's going to complete. A huge round of for Abhay. He's your alumni now, right?
Hello, yeah. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Abhay, and I graduated from this college in 2023 with a degree in computer science and engineering. I still remember my first day in college. I was sitting right there in the middle with my parents, like many of you right now. The setup was very similar to this, and little did I know that after 5 years, I would be standing over here giving a speech to a new batch, sharing my experiences. Back then, I was a mix of excitement and nerves, facing the unknown. The next 4 years shaped me and my life I couldn't have imagined. Choosing which college to attend is one of the most important decisions you will make. When I joined in 2019, the engineering program was still very new, and I had my share of doubts about placements, the quality of education, and how my future would unfold from there. At that time, I took a chance on the brand name of MIT, and looking back today, I can confidently say this college has given me far more than I've ever anticipated. One thing I've to appreciate over the years is the environment here. It's not just about the academics, it's about the opportunities you get to grow and explore. From cutting edge labs like the Apple Labs to spaces dedicated to robotics and specialized clubs for every interest. There's something for everyone. These resources are here for you to make the most of, and they certainly played a big part in my life. The teachers here are another aspect of this place. They are more than just instructors. They are guides who help you navigate not just your courses, but also your aspirations. Their support and encouragement has been invaluable to me. I'm grateful for their handholding. Let me take you through a bit of my journey. I was always an average kid, scoring between 70s and 80s. I was never much into reading books. I always preferred learning through videos, especially YouTube. But as I've discovered, that approach doesn't work always, especially in the corporate world. When it comes to learning new, rapidly evolving technologies, you can't rely on videos. You need to read the documentation and really deep dive into it. So if any of you is like me who doesn't like to read books, please get into habit of it. It will serve you well. In the first 9 months of college, I was just getting by, just copying assignments, cramming for exams, and forgetting everything the next day. I wasn't serious about my studies and was just enjoying the college life. Then COVID-19 hit and the world went into lockdown. During that time, I reflected on what I had accomplished in the past 9 months, and the answer was close to nothing. I remembered a promise I made to my dad back in 11th grade. He wanted me to join tuitions for IIT JEE, and I told him, let me enjoy these 2 years and I'll work hard in college, I promise. My dad agreed. I'm grateful for his support. He's here today as well, listening to me speak at such a big event for the very first time. Thank you, Dad, for always being there. During the lockdown, I decided to take things seriously. I started learning new technologies and getting hands-on experience. Over the year and a half, I worked on numerous projects, such as building an automation to attend my online classes, developing a mobile app, publishing it on Play Store, building multiple websites, a Chrome extension, and whatnot. College is the time to explore, dip your toes into different technologies, and find out what truly excites you. Once you find that, deep dive into it. Our college was incredibly supportive, offering us resources like Coursera and EDX subscriptions, through which I learned multiple technologies. The college is here to support you, but it takes a little motivation from your side as well. The difference between you and the 1,000 people sitting over here would be that 1% extra effort you'll put in every day. That would make an exponential difference in the coming 4 years. When I joined the college only had a few core student clubs, and one of them was ACES, which I joined initially as a team member. The next year, I applied for the tech lead position. Unfortunately or fortunately, I didn't get it, but I didn't give up the dream of leading one day. One day, a good friend of mine called me and said, "Bhai, khud ka club shuru karte hai, Code Chef Club." I was like, sure, I was just hoping for this opportunity to come. We started forming our core team, and I realized that another friend of mine was way better than me in the competitive programming. And I realized if you want to build a healthy competition and a great club, he should take the tech lead position. So instead, I took the event lead position. The experience taught me the importance of surrounding yourself with the people who know more than you, who are more motivated than you, and who wants to push you for the growth. Today, we have student clubs for every technology, and I highly recommend you get involved from your first year. Join as many clubs as you can, see what interests you, and start contributing. This creates an environment where everyone can learn and grow together. Trust me, it's always better to learn in a group, to discuss ideas out loud rather than studying alone. When you teach someone some topic, you end up learning more yourself. When someone asks you a question you had never thought of, it opens up new possibilities. I encourage you all to continue this culture of learning in public and build it stronger for batches to come. Finally, I would like to thank all my teachers who have supported me on this journey, especially Swati More ma'am, who has always guided me and corrected my course whenever needed. Wishing you all the best for your journey ahead. Make the most of these 4 years. They won't come back again. Enjoy the ride, but don't forget to keep your academics on track. This is your time, and I'm excited to see where it all takes you from here. Thank you.
Thank you guys. You can follow Abhay because he's done a lot of things right from the second year on LinkedIn. He's always supportive to all his juniors. And you can follow me, Swati More, on LinkedIn to get more support from my audience. Thank you for being patient. Good day.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your wisdom. Words of wisdom. Thank you, Abhay. Hello. Thank you so much, ma'am, for your words of wisdom. And thank you, Abhay, for sharing his experience. We express our sincere gratitude to ma'am for sharing her insightful contribution.
Furthermore, joining us today is respected Professor Dilkirat Sarna, the academic head of MIT School of Corporate Innovation and Leadership.
Can we have a huge round of applause for ma'am? I would request ma'am to join us on the stage.
With her profound knowledge of higher education and competitive exams, she will guide you towards achieving academic excellence. Let us extend a warm welcome to our esteemed speaker.
Thank you so much. I know you all have been waiting here since long, so am I. I think the distance between you all and me is quite huge, and I'm not able to see you all. But I'm scared at the same time, if I'll come there, some of you may kill me. Yes? Because you were expecting to leave by now, isn't it? But you know what? I'm going to trust you all and I'm going to come there. Yes? Can I come there? Can I trust you all? Yes? Okay. I assure you I'll not bug you. Okay? All right. So, welcome till then, till the time I reach you all there. I would like to welcome you all. And may I have the first slide, please? So I'm from the School of Corporate Innovation and Leadership, and I'm not here to teach you anything. I'm just here to understand you all, and there are only two reasons I'm here. One is all of you, and the second is the team, SCIL team, which is sitting here to meet you all as well. So welcome to MIT. Just before we start, as you all must be tired, hungry. Yes, are you? Oh, wow. I've not seen this energy since morning. Are you all hungry? Okay, you know, I have a problem. If my audience is not participative, my session goes longer. You know? And I'm trying to fix this, but I'm unable to. But I'm sure you understand what I mean, don't you? Yes? All right, so I request you all to rise where you are, just for a minute. Okay, amazing. You got my message right. Yes? Now, how many of you know Mr. Simon? Nobody? Okay, don't worry. He's my friend, and whatever he says, we have to do. So whenever Simon says anything, you have to follow. Otherwise, you don't. Is that clear? Simple? Let's have a dry run. So Simon says, clap. Simon says, turn around. Okay, so you got it. Yes, so if Simon doesn't say, you don't do it. Otherwise, you may go back to your chair. Clear? All right, now this time it will be faster. Simon says clap. Simon says tap. Tap your feet. Simon says shout. You have to say hey. Simon says clap. Simon says jump. Simon says put your hands up. Clap. Simon didn't say that. Did he? Yes, it was me who was saying it. All right? So Simon says clap, jump. You're hungry. I'm getting the message. Okay, one last round. Simon says jump, clap. Okay, good try, good try. Okay, so Simon says shout. Simon says shout louder. Superb. Simon says those who are hungry may take your chairs and bear with us for next 7 to 8 minutes. All right? Thank you so much. You're so energetic. Amazing. You know, the sight from here is amazing. To see you all here is fantastic. I think if I would have been there, I would have not been able to see this beauty. Excellent, exceptional. Okay, now we have something interesting for all of you. We are from School of Corporate Innovation and Leadership. I'm just going to brief you how we can help you or support you to reach your goals. I'm sure vaguely you all have some goals. Yes, vaguely or clearly. Yes, what you want to do, what you want to make out of your life, your career, etc. Now, quickly moving forward, may I have the next slide? Okay, so our vision is primarily employability and building skills. So this institute is a centralized institute which provides trainings across all institutes in this campus. So the campus, may I have the next slide? You can see the list of institutes here. So if you fall under any of these, congratulations, we're gonna be together in this journey with you. So when I say employability skill, can anyone quickly tell me, apart from your core skills, your technical skills, what are the skills you need? Yes. Which side? Anybody? Can you tell me which skills are important according to you? Yes. Apart from your technical skills. Yes, sir. May I have your name?
Dhruv. Yes. Communication skills.
Wow, can we hear from Dhruv? Come on. Superb. Communication. Anybody else? Anything clicked your mind? What is important for employability? Yes, sir. May I have your name and your answer?
My name is Archit, leadership.
Excellent. Can we hear for Archit, leadership? Superb. So this is the area we provide trainings in. So as we have some figures, very interesting numbers in front of us. So in a research, in a survey, when HR professionals were asked, they mentioned that there are certain skills which are missing in people they are hiring. And just look at the screen, what are those skills? So 37% is problem solving, critical thinking and innovation and creativity. 32% is ability to deal with complex situations and adaptability. And last is 31% with communication, as our friend Dhruv mentioned. That is important. So survey statistics also says that these skills are important. Yes? May we go to the next slide, please? So another data point, it's not me or SEIL saying it, it's the statistics, it's the study which supports that the skills that you can see in front of you are the most crucial skills required in employability, like communication, we have professionalism, teamwork, and many more. And I would also like to mark this, that your technical skills will always be your backbone, right? But at the same time, the professional soft skills and critical thinking and problem solving is going to help you in long run. May we have the next slide? Okay. Another study which is supporting the fact that why we all need to upskill ourselves in these areas, that is professional soft skills and problem solving and critical thinking. So a study done in Harvard University, they say 85% of job success comes from having well-developed soft skills and people skill. So my friend, in this era where we all are influenced by AI and social media, where we communicate through WhatsApp and Instagram, we hardly communicate with people who are around us. So it's even more important that we ensure these skills are also given importance at this time, especially because you all are in the learning stage. May we have the next slide? May we have the next slide, please? Yes. So the core purpose is a holistic approach towards employability skill training. That is what we're gonna provide you here under this institute. Can we go forward? These are the three areas that we cater to: professional skills, then we come to competitive aptitude and career advancement. As you've seen, what are the areas that it caters to? We are focusing at conversational skills, behavioral skills, employability skills. So my friends, these are going to be your credit courses. That means it is a mandatory subject, especially in technology cluster, and also in creative cluster, you will have workshops from us. And at the same time, this is going to impact your CGPA as well. So it is going to be a crucial part of your entire journey. Can we have the next slide, please? Yes, we may skip this slide. So our core objective is to build confidence and to make you employable, and not only to crack the interview, but to be able to sustain in a job as well, right? That is another level. So by building self and understanding self, we will try and bridge that gap. May we have the next slide? So the intervention is very strategically designed. This is one of the example for a 4-year course where our intervention is from 4th to 7th semester. So why this semester is because by this time you will be ready to get placed or to apply for jobs. Yes? May we have the next slide? So the entire end-to-end process that we are focusing at is very robust because we do need analysis based on the industry. So there might be changes in the topics that we train on to different institutes, or we also provide need-based training. And we also give feedback on the basis of your performance, right? So that it's not only that you are attending classes, but you are also improvising with the help of feedback and upgradation of the courses and the curriculum. We also do company research, that what kind of questions do they ask, especially for aptitude skills as well, because that is also our forte. We ensure that the tests you go through under SEIL are very specific based on your industry, because every different industry may have a different pattern of questions asked for aptitude test, which is your very first level of clearing the interviews. So some statistics in front of you. So as I mentioned, we provide company-specific trainings. The numbers that you can see, like mock interviews, 454 plus mock interviews were conducted through SEIL career advancement only in last academic year for our campus only. I'm not talking about the regular course. So once you get into the system, you will understand what is the difference. But I don't want to give too much information. I just want you to know how we can support you. All right? May we have the next slide? So this is a basic flow of recruitment. You know, we all talk about you should have goal, you should have a mission, you should be disciplined. But this is also very important. You should know, how can I reach my goal? What can be the possible hurdles? What can be the possible obstacles that I'll have to cross? So in that entire journey, what you see in front of you, majorly SEIL will also be supporting you along with your particular institute or any other institute which is supporting for placements. So general aptitude test, as I mentioned, is going to be the first screening test. And you must clear that to go to the next level. This is one example, all right? We cater to group discussion as well as HR interviews and technical interviews also for you. Technical or the core skills of your domain, primarily you will be learning at your institute. However, holistically, we will provide you end-to-end support here. Yes, may we have the next slide? So how do we do that? So employability enhancement activities are majorly done through activities. We do not believe in too much of notes and theory, especially when it comes to practical subjects. We will make you do things and learn, right? We also provide you full-length aptitude mock tests, for which we have a specific platform that I will tell you about. May we go to the next slide? This is Talent Battle platform, which is primarily used to upskill your aptitude skills. I'm sure you have a vague idea what are aptitude skills. Yes? Verbal ability, quantitative aptitude. Yes? Okay, no worries. Even if you don't know, even better. We are here to help you understand everything. All right? So this platform is going to give you an opportunity to make mistakes and do better mistakes and to improve. Okay? So we are not only giving you pen and paper to do the aptitude sums and all so that you expertise in that, but we will give you a high-end platform which will give you the opportunity to do it from a technology point of view, and also it will provide you video solutions if you need a solution for any particular problem. So it's a fantastic platform. Our faculties will orient you in detail once we will have interaction in the classroom. Maybe go to the next slide. So similarly, we have Prescalit. That is another platform that we are using, and this is majorly for creating videos. You may create video resumes here and much more, okay? It's a fantastic platform, and our university, our leaders being the visionary, has the vision to provide best possible platform to our students so that they can learn and be employable and be ready for the industry tomorrow. Okay? So we will give you detailed information about this platform as well. But for your understanding, what I mean here is we are not only doing classroom learning, we are doing experiential learning. We are giving you online platforms which are actually agencies or third parties, and we have done tie-up with them just so that our students can excel in the skills that we are trying to help them in, all right? May we have the next slide? Next, please. Okay, these are some glimpses of the activities, like mock interviews that we conduct. We invite industry experts as well to conduct these interviews. And we also provide trainings from agencies like Dell Carnegie, which is a well-known name, okay? So we will not leave any stone unturned if you're ready to learn, which I'm sure you all are. Yes, I'm not able to see the screen. Okay. So like that, we have multiple activities. We'll have competition, aptitude, competitions, and much more, which we will apprise you about when the time arises. For your reference, there are some pictures of the recent activities that we had done in the past year. Maybe go to the next slide. Well, this is the backbone of SCIL, the core team that you see in front of you. We have Professor Jaydeep, Professor Shikha, Professor Sara, and Professor Sneha. May I request you all to wave to our students and tell them that you are here? Yes. Professor Sara is there helping with technology. Shikha ma'am, Jaydeep sir is here, and Sneha is here. And we also have other team members. May we have the next slide? So, can't see the slide, I hope you all can. Yes, so there are a few more members from the team in front of you. They are also equally supportive, and they are always available for your support and to make this happen. As somebody rightly said, that one leaf is not enough to provide shade. So it's teamwork, which is essential, and that is what we also train students on. May we have the next slide? So you don't have to see the whole staircase, just take the first step. So in the end, as I mentioned, I'll not take much time. I'll only suggest you to take one step at a time, and we will always be available to support you. And I'm not just saying that, and I really mean it from the bottom of my heart. All right? Even if you are going to have intervention with us in the 4th semester, even tomorrow you need any support, please feel free. All right? Thank you very much. You've been amazing audience, and I must say, you've been very supportive. So Simon says, shout. Simon says, shout louder. Superb. Thank you so much. Enjoy your lunch. God bless.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your insightful thoughts. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. I hope these all understand the placement important skills they need. And thank you so much for your inspiring talk. Your passion for your placement is truly contagious. Now we'll depart for the lunch break, and we'll resume our sessions at 1:45. And I expect all of your presence here. Thank you so much for joining us.